Welcome to more of this. Where are the chickens? They're headless. We're gonna have to watch them. Also, okay, let's see if this fucking works this time, okay? Okay, let's see if this works. Am I gonna get immediately told fucking get more karma? Why the singing? Sorry, not really singing, just me going da 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 da. Do I immediately get towed off for posting a fucking board to the subreddit? Am I gonna get auto-moderated? I think I have enough karma to put it up there. It was on their rules that needed a certain amount of karma, so I feel very confused still. But, like, why that happened. It looks like it's fine. I'm gonna put it on the Discord. I think this is fine. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this seems to be fine now. Cool. Weird. Anyway, let's get to playing this reading more of the soap opera. I'm very invested in it. Commenting makes me feel weird because I don't feel like I have much worth saying most of the time. But okay, so the mystery finally started and we can find out who killed who. Possibly. Maybe. Really horrible, actually. PB is just trying to become the board guy. hey, it's a gimmick. It works decently. I also don't... It helps me kind of put the ADHD into some good use instead of being fucking useless shit. After that, we sat in the parlor and worsely chewed to the breakfast that Kumasawa-san had made. Of course, it was right after something like that had happened. No one had any appetite. However, we realized that not eating would weaken our bodies. It would also be rude to Kumasawa-san, who had made that breakfast. You mean you don't mind shitposting would do it, but shit, man, it's not worth the energy, to be honest. The energy. Kumasawa-san had taken the tasteful Western vegetables, ones that Goda-san had probably socially ordered for the purpose of an extravagantly fancy dish, and cooked them into a Japanese style, making them turn an unpleasant color. As to what Goda-san had been planning to cook with those ingredients, right then I couldn't even imagine it. If I did think about it, I would be reminded of the way Goda-san had died, and inside my mouth would be filled with a sour taste. Oh yeah, how did he die again? Which part of his head was fucked up? All of it. Oh, shit. Did everyone who's not a family member die last time? No, Carrie, no. So, very suspiciously, everyone who was in on the arguments, except for fucking Natsui, who wasn't there, and Hideyoshi and Eva, died. And Hinzo is fucking missing. It's very concerning. Also, the blood splatters here are literally where their wounds were. So yes, face caved in, face caved in, face caved in. Oh look, most of the face caved in. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, we still have quite a few people alive. 6 died as per there. Okay, you knew Rosa died, but you thought maybe she was a family by member. Nah. I'll be seeing her again, so I'm not lonely. This is totally Maria saying that, and that makes it so fucking worrisome. This too sounds like Maria. Family by marriage. Ah, nah. She's a direct kid. For the time being, everyone pretended to eat, but there's no hope of anyone making any headway into the meal. Then everyone was brought to speed on the current situation. So right now, my guess is for the murderers is obviously like Eva and Hideyoshi. They didn't make the most sense. But we do have, if everything's gonna follow the epitaph, then first Twilight, 6 were dead, yeah. Cipher is chosen by the key, which I think the key is referring to Beatrice, maybe, at this point, which is a bit weird. On the second trolley, those who remain show terror, part of the two who are close, which might mean death. We're not really sure on that. Your speculation on Maria's name was interesting. It was just something that hit me, just like, wait, hold on. That fucking symbol was the exact same one that Maria's got in her name. It's like, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe, but I don't feel comfortable saying it is. So it might actually be something. First off, that Uncle Kraus, my dad, Kairi-san, Auntie Rosa, Goda-san, and Shinen-chan had been found in the Rose Garden storehouse as cruelly mutilated corpses. And that despite that, we were unable to use phones or radio and still couldn't contact the police. So until the typhoon passed, there was nothing we could do. Oh, right. Fuck, I didn't put that there. There was some theorizing we had that maybe Kinzo had done this on purpose. Like, he ruined all chance of communicating with the outside world, specifically to set up the scenario we're in right now. To refer to 3 pairs, being how you want to interpret close, at least that's where your head goes. Same, because right now we have the obvious pair of Eva and Hideyoshi. Battler doesn't have anyone now. Jessica has Natsui, and then George has his parents. So that seems like the 3 possible ones we have right now. You do kind of wish they show the bodies. I'm sure you wanted to see them, but it kind of lost a lot of inspired just seeing Battler describe them. Age rating jumps up to fucking 2,000 years old. So until the typhoon passed, there was nothing we could do. Furthermore, grandfather, who we had hoped might be able to show a little leadership in this kind of situation, had disappeared at some point. Ghost son had made breakfast, so grandfather's stomach must have been empty. And if he had just been taking a casual walk, by now he should have been stopping back to find out how hungry he was. And yet, he hadn't appeared. There was more than a small chance that he became caught up in the earlier crime. Oh, you're thinking the leftover furniture and George and Maria, given how they're both kind of described as getting along well? Oh, I was thinking more directly familial connections clips. I wasn't thinking along the lines of friendship and stuff. I was thinking more along the lines of, do these people share blood? Yes, no. Auntie Nuts. Oh, that's right. Also, weird thing. Natsui had the fucking death symbol, witch's symbol, on her door for some reason. We have no idea why. It's really fucking weird, because I thought first, oh, it meant that she was supposed to die, but Maria's charm protected her. But then why was it not where the bodies were? Like, maybe someone else made the symbols, and maybe that symbol came first? That's important, actually. Which symbol got made first is really important. Was it the one on Natsui's door, or was it the one on the garage, or the storehouse? If you think about the timing of it all, it was probably best not to think he had been caught. It was probably best to think he had been caught up in the crime. The Cobra had taken the trouble to move the bodies of Dad and the rest, who we figured had been killed in the dining hall, all the way to the storehouse. Then maybe they already killed Grandfather, moved his body to some strange location we had simply not found it yet. No one actually said it, but this theory seemed extremely convincing. We will go check that all the windows and doors are closed. You must also carefully search for Father. Children, make sure you don't leave this room. Eva-san, Hideyoshi-san, I'm sorry, but please stay here with the children. Dr. Nanjo as well. I understand. I will wait here. And Natsui led the servants, Genji-san, Musawa-san, and Kanon-kun, out of the parlor. All that was left was Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi, Dr. Nanjo, and the 4 of his children for a total of 7 people. Let's go all together and maybe watch some TV while we're away. How the fuck is the TV working, but the goddamn radio is broken? How did this happen? Sunday daytime TV show doesn't have any many good shows on, does it? Uncle Hideyoshi tried to stir up this gloomy atmosphere, acting cheerfully. Oh, also, I have no fucking idea how the 6 people died. Like, sure, their faces were smashed in, but were they poisoned? Were they fucking shot with a gun? Were they stabbed? I don't really know. Ooh, good show. Watch it. You don't need to sabotage a TV dinner to prevent communication with the outside world, BB. I understand, but it's just... I don't know, it feels a bit weird. Oh shit, kick off.
Oh, so ka.
Wow, really?
Maria-chan wa
You wanna watch
television
TV,
見るか?
Maria-chan? Also, Maria doesn't care that her mom's dead. I mean, sure, her mom was a bitch, but still weird. Look, I can't explain my feelings, Clips. I'm a weirdo.
じゃあ、おじさんと一緒に
Sam,
見よ
come
う
and watch it with
な。
your uncle. Maria's the only one who played along. Even though Maria had been told of her mother's death, she didn't show a slight flicker in her emotion. Was 9 really this young in age? No one else was feeling the slightest bit like joining in, and they each sank into the sofas and let their minds go blank.
兄貴、
Aniki,
聞いていいか?
can I ask you something? This is 80s BB, it's real TV, broadcast waves BB, they're not watching it live stream on Twitch. Can't watch your favorite Twitch thought after seeing your parents brutally murdered. What a shame.
なんだい?
What is it?
さっきそこ
It's now in the storehouse.
兄貴はシャノン
Said
ちゃん
something
の
about Shan Shan in the
話をした
ring.
あれ、
Do you give her that
送
chair?
ったのは兄貴か?
George Aniki to answer, but he hung his head and closed both of his eyes. Peak zoomer moment. There'd be no clear response. I'm sorry for laughing, George. Quit it, Battler. Have some tact. You're right.
悪いことを聞いたぜ。
I shouldn't have asked.
そうさ、
That's right.
僕だよ。
It was me.
彼女に
Last
夕べ
night, I proposed
求
to her.
婚したんだ。その時、
That was the when I gave her that
指輪を
ring.
渡した。明日になっ
I
た
told her that
ら、
tomorrow,
それを好きな指
put
に
it on
は
whatever
め
finger she
て
wanted.
返事としてくれ。
That's her answer. Must have sounded so full of myself. Sounded a bit creepy, honestly. And that ring had been from the ring finger of Shan Shan's left hand. Oh, did you just sniffle? Actually, I haven't talked to this Shannon for several years. How about you, George Nissan?
なんて言ってたのかな。
Wonder what she could have said. Shannon was always really bad at lying. Seems to be obvious that it was you she was talking about. She asked whether it would be okay if she got close to you. Just a servant. That's what stuff, like what kind of things do boys like, and what kind of clothes she should wear to make them happy. Lots of stuff like that. I should say it. Oh, I was jealous of her.
まあ焼けたぜ。
それが
All right.
婚約指
And
輪を
right
渡
after
さ
she's
れ
handed the engagement ring,
て、そこで
it's just all
おし
over.
まいかよ。
Yes, don't propose to people on a dangerous days.
価値観は人それぞれ
You
だ
know,
けど
people
よ。
value things differently.
男から求
But
婚
being
されるっ
possessed,
てのは
proposed to by a man,
ある意味人
is
生
in a
の
way
到達
a
点
high
なん
point
だ
of
と
a girl's
思う。
life.
だからきっ
Oh,
と
I'm sure.
昨夜の
The last
シャ
night, I
ン
think Shannon was
心の底から
happy from the bottom of her heart. No, the happiest she'd ever been since she was born.
一番幸せだったと思うぜ。
George on the key, without raising his head, sighed deeply. Maybe tears had risen in his eyes.
シャノンは夕べ、
Seems
Guest
Shannon was
house
on
の
duty in the
当番
guest
だったら
house
しいんだ。
last night,
でも
but because she was too embarrassed to go back to the guest house with me,
ゲストハウスに帰るのを恥ずかしがってお屋敷に行ってし
she
まう。
went over to the mansion. No, to BB, you never propose someone if her chair is playing in the background. Got it. Yeah, exactly. I am perhaps a tiny bit cruel.
シャノンの気持ちを察し
Look out
ろよ。
Shannon's feelings.
婚約指輪をもらえば
When you receive an engagement ring, no matter how much you prepared for it beforehand, I don't want to feel it's normal for you so late your mind goes
頭は
blank.
真っ白になっちまうぜ。気恥ずかしくて
Must have been so bare she didn't know what to do with herself.
それ
Then
でシャノンは
Shannon,
当番でないはずの
no
お屋
Shannon
敷
on
へ行
duty
き
there. You went to the mansion
事件に巻き
and
込まれ
got
て
caught
し
up in
ま
all
う
of this.
僕が
If only I hadn't. On that day,
あの場所で
in that place,
指輪なんか渡
if
さ
you
な
had
けれ
that
ば
ring,
シャノンは
Shannon
最後
wouldn't
は
have.
事件に巻
That
き込
would
まれ
have
な
just
かっ
been
た
caught up in this incident. Oh. You're a weirdo so far, George, but this is quite good performance.
兄貴
Aniki,
それだけは違う
not like
ぜ
that.
断じて違う
It's definitely not like that.
だから
So don't cry anymore.
それ以上泣くんじゃね
This man is completely broken, guys. I don't think he's gonna recover. Oof.
バ
Oh
ト
well.
ラ君
Battler-kun,
そっとしてあげなさい
leave him be. Have those words from Auntie Eva? I stopped talking to him. His place towards her comfort might actually hurt him. Jessica sat down next to Aniki and quietly put an arm around him. Maybe only Jessica, who had known about Aniki and Shannon's love since the beginning, and who had been discussing a relationship with Shannon, could comfort Aniki now. Aniki. I went over to Auntie Eva and sat down on the opposite sofa.
バトラ君は強いわね
Battler-kun, you really are strong.
もうだいぶしっかりして
Looks
る
like you
よ
got
う
a
に見え
good
る
hold
わ
on
よ
yourself.
まあその
Well,
Ora.
look, the depth of the
愛の
love
深
becomes
さ
the depth of the
が
wound,
傷の
right?
深さじゃないっすか俺は別にあんなクソ親父同志の方が知ったことじゃないし
That old bastard couldn't care less about no matter how he snuffed it. Lies! You were crying like a bitch, baby!
キリエさんは気の毒ですが
I feel bad about Kairi-san, but,
まあ
well,
本当
she
の
wasn't
親って
actually
わ
my
けじゃないで
parents.
すしね
あら
My.
という割に
On the other hand, you're
はさっ
crying a lot
き
back
すっ
then,
ごく
right?
大泣きしてたわよ
Yeah, exactly, she gets it.
まあ育ての親に対する恩は
Well, I did think that at least that much crime was due as gratitude to the parent who raised me. Adler, this is not the time to be grown up, quote unquote. Come on, my boy.
そのあたりの切り替えの速さやドライなあたりは
The way you can switch your mood quickly like that, your dry tone. Does it come from Rudolph?
あの子は昔から激しく喜ん
I could
だ
always
り
get
悲しんだり
violently
怒った
happy,
りした
sad,
けれ
and
ど
angry.
すぐにケロリと平静を取り戻したわ
そんなことはないっすよ
It's nothing like that.
俺だってまだまだ心
I
の
haven't
底
able to
から
get over
立
the
ち直
shock
れ
of
ちゃ
it
いません
yet either.
ただ俺がみんなと違
I
う
think
の
it's
は
just the emotions that rose up in me were
それによってどういう感情が生み出されるかってことだと思います
どういうこと
What do you mean? Suspicion? Was acting much calmer than George, Aniki, and Jessica were. Ooh, Battler, are you gonna go detective? That wasn't because my sadness was less intense and already sprung back to normal. It's because my sadness had been gradually replaced by a different emotion. Oh, this music's... I'm liking this, actually.
悲しい
Around the sadness,
腹立たしい
more like I'm
気持ちなんです
irritated.
どこのドイツがこんなことをしやがったのか
What bastard did this and where the hell is he?
横っ面に一発お見舞いしてやらないことに
Well, he can't slow it down until he smacked him upside the head. That was what I really wanted to do. Like I couldn't allow myself to sit here, overwhelmed with sadness and hugging my knees.
親父たちが殺されて以降
Since the time Dad and everyone else was killed, his island was remained covered by the typhoon.
つまり
I'm sure that means that the actual code of this disgusting dismal bullshit is still somewhere on the island.
まだこの島の中にいるってことです。
そういうことになる
It certainly does.
今も
I wonder if they're hiding so somewhere in the dark forest even now.
潜めているのかしら
Eva, I'm sorry to say, Balor already discussed this. Right to sure, he's a hot-blooded shonen anime boy. Yeah, that's why he's called Balor. I'm sorry to tell you this, Eva, but he doesn't believe there's a 19th person on the island. So, I hope you're not gonna act suspicious as fuck for your sake. I felt like I'd had a very similar conversation with Kaori-san the night before. That's right. After the letter from the person who claimed to be Beatrice appeared on the at the dining table last night, we were talking about whether or not the 19th person actually existed.
エヴァおばさん、
Auntie Eva?
この殺人、
These murders. Do you think they have anything to do with the letter from Beatrice last night? Oh, fuck yeah. That thing.
さあ
Well, I wonder.
かしらねあの手紙は
Oh, with all of his siblings were in agreement that the mysterious letter had been sent to further complicate the problem of father's
兄
inheritance.
弟は一致したんだけれどもそれと今朝
As
の
to
事
whether
件の
that
関
and this
係
instant
が
are this
今
morning
の
are
段階で
related.
は分かりか
It's
ねない
impossible to tell at this stage. Oh, fucking shit!
あの手紙、
Was that really given to
本当に
Maria
ベ
by
アトリーチ
some
の
witch
魔
called
女が
Beatrice?
マリアに渡したんすかね。
I mean, it's that you'd like to do this, but as I suggested, when you got that letter, you should have fucking, like, checked around the house, you know, looked for anything that might have been a sign, wet clothes, fucking an umbrella that shouldn't have been used, things like that.
まさか
How could it be?
全部
Oh,
お
that was
父
the
様
first
の
of
仕
my
組ん
great
だ
father,
茶
wasn't
番
it?
でしょシャノンちゃんあたりに
He made someone like Shannon Chen wear the dress and fortune to see Maria Chen, right?
お父様らしい
Isn't that just kind of intricate prank father would
だと
pull?
思うけど
That man never came across as a prankster. The fuck you talking about?
ゆうべ、
Last
キリエ
night,
さんと
I talked with Kaori-san about whether Beatrice really
話を
existed.
したんですけど、キリエさんも
And she also said Beatrice was probably one of the 18 of
に
us.
ベアトリーチェがいるだろうと言ってましたね。
そんなの当然じゃない
Isn't that obvious?
この島には
There's no one
私
else
た
on
ち
the
しかい
island
ない
besides
のよ
us. You guys really underestimated how plausible it is someone else is on this island.
なら私たちの
Sounds
中
like
の
must have been
誰
someone
かが
among us
ベアト
pretending to
リ
be
ーチェを
Beatrice.
語ったに決まってるじゃない
この島には俺たち以
There's
外
no one else on
の
this
ない
island.
で
Huh.
すか。
当然でしょ
Obviously, right?
私たち以外の
Those could
誰
be
がここにいるっていうのこの島に
No
は
one is on
私
this
た
island
ちしかい
except
ない
us. You really can't say that definitively.
18人し
There
か
are
いない
only 18 people.
なら
Well,
ベア
agreed
ト
to
リ
be
ーチェ
Beatrice
を
has to be
語
one
る
of
の
those
18
18.
人の中の誰かしかいないじゃない
Like, someone could have totally snuck on like days ago. Well before we fucking all came on that typhoon happened. Like, not absurd. It's just absurd that, like, the letter can't have been pre-planned because Kenzo threw away the fucking thing. 12 people and 6 corpses, yeah. Kenzo threw away his ring on, like, to everyone else. Kenzo threw away his ring on a whim. No one should there should only be one of that ring. No one should have been able to predict that happened. So if it was any of the 18 people who started here, one of them would have just had to, like, happen to find the ring and be like, ooh, I have a plan, and then do this entire fucking thing, which is ridiculous. Gary sounded denied that there was 19 person by flipping over the chessboard. No, Auntie Eva had constructed an argument that complicated. Her opinion at least was the same. Except if that was the case, her situation started to look very ugly. Like, we have motive. Motive is easy to find here. The means to do it is a lot fucking harder. We ever dismiss the matter as just someone's prank. However, to deny the existence of a 19th person at this point, matters are not so jovial. Happened upon the ring or assume his grandpa. Yeah. That's the only possibility if it's one of the 18 people. Because it's either Kenzo did it, or someone just happened to find the ring. Which, how the fuck do you pretend to be Beatrice then, right? No one would be prepared to like, oh yeah, I just happen to have a dress that looks exactly like fucking Beatrice here. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. No, fuck off. In other words,
19人目がいない。
There is no 19th person.
親父たちを殺した犯人も
And the culprit who killed Daddy, the others is one of us,
いるってこと
18,
になっ
right?
ちまうじゃないですか。つまり
So in other words, that means
今
that
この
someone
屋
who's very
敷にい
mentioned
る
is one
誰
who
か
killed
が
them.
殺したってことになる。
Auntie Eva smiled meaningfully. Look, Auntie had thought that this confusion should have been obvious from the very beginning.
犯人は倉庫の中
The
に
culprit carried the bodies of those 6 in the
遺体を運び込んだ
storehouse.
わ。でも
They sure did a good job getting into
倉
this
庫の
in
中に
that
運
storehouse,
び込
didn't
めた
they?
わよね。
The only problem is, no one here, except for us, the player, and Kinzo, know about the fact that Kinzo threw the fucking ring. So no one knows how that ring ended up anywhere. So to them, it seems like, fuck, this is so much more complicated for them.
あのシャッターは常
That
に
shutter
閉
was
められ
always
てい
kept
て
closed and locked, I'm
施錠
told.
されていたそうよ。つまり倉庫内に運び
In other words, in order to carry them into the storehouse, the cupboard would need to unlock the shutter.
わかる
Understand.
たまたまその日
Is there any possibility that the shutter was left open by mistake that day?
使用人たちは
The
常に
servant
閉めてい
said
ると
that
言
it's
ってる
always shut.
つまり
In other words, unless they brought the keys out of the servant room, they definitely couldn't have opened the
倉庫は
storehouse.
絶対に開けられない。
鍵
Oh,
は
considering
使用人室の一つしかないんすかね。
is the only key the one in the servant room?
源氏さんはそうだと言ってる。
Genji-san said yes. Said so,
とい
yes.
うことは
Which means the cupboard
犯
knew
人は
that
そのたった
where that
一つの
single key
倉
was
庫
stored
の
and where
鍵
to
のあ
look
りか
for
を知
it.
っていて持ち出した。さっき
Just now I saw Kaneko return the key to the servant room.
壁にびっしりと
The
鍵
wall
が
was
かけられ
packed
てい
with
た。
keys. I don't think that a novice would know where and what,
どこに
where and
何
to
を
what
かけ
those
てある
keys
のか
went
わから
to.
なかった。
If I'm not mistaken, Goda was in the servant room, so you know, they needed the key. Goda was there. Oh shit, kill Goda, and then you fucking just go, it's one of these keys. You take them all and just keep going. But again, that questions how the fuck you killed these people.
犯人
I
は
think I was magnificently able to select the key to the
倉庫の
storehouse
鍵を見事
from
に
all
選び出した
those. Look, no one was fucking here. They had all night. Like they just, yeah, they could have just spent the night. They could have spent like fucking 30 minutes just being like, this key, no, this key, no, this key, no. Finally found the key.
しかも
Remember, even though the key didn't have a tag or anything saying to, it was the key to the source behind the rose
バラ
garden.
庭園裏にある倉庫の鍵だと理解した。
Eva, you're assuming a lot that this person didn't have the time to do it. Everyone who was in the mansion fucking died. They had the time.
ついでに言う
And while I'm at it, they also know where the storehouse is. Oh wait, not everyone in the mansion died. Sorry, I forgot Natsuhi just now. Well, Natsuhi was supposed to die, it seems. So.
と、もっとはっきり断言する。
Oh, I'm at it. They also knew where the storehouse was. I'd say it's even clearer.
犯人は
They knew the inside of the servant
使
room
用
well.
人室の内部にも熟知している。
Eva, I feel like you're pulling this out of your ass. A bunch of keys and a lot of extra bullshit to carry when transporting safe bodies, BB. Also, we'd have time when trying to get in and out, assuming that was even a factor. True, but I feel like it's assuming a lot that they were in a rush. Grandpa seemed fine. Grandpa Kinzo fucked off somewhere. It would be hard for Maria to carry an adult, luckily. Yes, unfortunately, it would be rather easy for Maria to help someone out. In just, like, you know, unlocking shit for them. Please, Maria, don't have helped a murderer. The argument was extremely plain and clear. If bodies had been thrown somewhere in the bushes or the road yard, no explanation would have been necessary. Phoebe, Grandpa was here in the morning. You're right! I completely fucking forgot. Holy shit, this is what happens when I don't play for barely any time. However, the only key to the storehouse was in the servant room. The store with a large group of other keys such that a novice would not be able to tell them apart. I mean, the cover was someone who was used to going in and out of the servant room and knew well where the key was. The family didn't normally go into the servant room. I think you're right, Clubs. I think I was misremembering. Oh, fuck. I don't remember exactly where shit. Okay, my problem right now is simple. I don't remember where Eva. Okay, in her room, in the guest house. I don't know where the fuck Kumasawa was. Shit, I can't remember where everyone was now. God damn it. Which meant that.
ってことは
Which means that
使用人の誰か
when the servants,
犯人
the culprit. You typed and posted that as you said that. You think you're a bit behind? I see.
悪いけど
I'm sorry, but even your
それ
auntie
以
can't
上
say
は
any
おば
more
さん
than
に
that.
言えないわよ。
Okay, but they lack motivation completely. Like, unless you're gonna say, oh, Kinzo ordered them to do it, then these people lack the motivation completely.
でも
Where even Hideyoshi? Weren't they in the mansion too? That's what I'm trying to remember. Because if the mansion was locked up, essentially, then only the people who were inside the mansion could have committed the crime, right? God, I'm trying to remember all the details now. This is fucking important shit. Sorry, buddy. However, I'll tell you one more thing.
なんすか
What's that? The culprit. We should probably say they were
犯
culprits
人
in
た
the
ちは
plural.
複数で
And what's more, they
そ
were
して
well
十
armed.
分な武装をしていたと考えられるだってそうでしょ
See it, don't you?
食堂にいた兄さん
Headed
た
so
ち
the four in the
4
dining
人を
hall,
一
kill
度
them
に
all at
襲って
once, drag
殺
his
し
total 6 bodies all the way to the stores, down Rose Garden, and shave that disgusting makeup on their faces.
バラテールの向こうの倉庫まで運んで悪趣味な化粧と落書きを施しているこれだけのこと
There's no way that a single culprit could carry all this out on their own. Right. It was impossible. And it just hit me that if Maria would totally help the killers, or the killer, if they were told, like, if they were the same person who's claimed they were Beatrice, Maria would totally fucking help, wouldn't she? Ooh, shit. It was impossible. Might not have been if a single person spent enough time on it, but it would have taken ages. It's probably best to think that significant people have been part of it. Ooh.
ってことは
What
エヴァ
you
おばさ
mean
んは
is
使用人の人たち
maybe all the servants were in
来るだろう
cahoots.
って言ってんすか
静かになさい
Please keep it quiet, okay? It's bad to speak from speculation alone. Then why the fuck would Shannon have been killed? I understand why Goto would have been killed. No one fucking liked him, but why would the fuck would Shannon be killed? Besides, what would you really do if it were true?
どうするつもり彼らは
They might not
私
let
た
us
ちに
return
返して
alive.
返さないでしょうねしかも
This is an opponent who had no trouble killing
兄さんた
Nissan
ち4
and the
人を
three
やす
others.
やすと殺した相手なのよ
I mean, Maria's perception of witches and Beatrice seems to align with the magical type shit based on what we heard. We don't know what she could be duped into going along with, I guess. Yeah, that's my concern right now. Like, how far is Maria willing to go along with someone who claims they're a witch? Or a warlock or some fucking thing? Like, it's concerning. How many people in this room right now who look like they could be put up a beside the 3 people in my family, and maybe you as well, or at most. The situation is no different than it was last night. In short, it will be easy for the culprit to massacre the rest of us. But what fucking weapon would they have used? No way it could have been something like a fucking knife. Someone here would have an injury. Someone would have fought back. You can't have used just like a knife to kill everyone. So it'd have to be something like a gun, I guess. It's the only thing that makes the most sense. I've been playing detective with the anti-Eva out of the desire to expose the person who killed Dad and the rest before the police did. If I managed to skillfully penetrate the culprit's identity, I wanted to stick the evidence in their face. I got in my head that if I did that, the culprit would give up and surrender, just like one of those detective movies. However, the culprit only surrenders there because they're in a situation where resisting would be futile. Culprits on these incidents on the island were far from helpless. And mate even made to massacre all the remaining people on the island. To top it off, this island was like a giant locked room, cut off from the outside world by the typhoon. Oh shit, people actually saw the post on the Reddit. Cool. So they had the full day until tomorrow to kill, scheme, and cover up their handiwork. But that would be suspicious as fuck? Like, okay, here's the thing. If it's 2 people, or even all the servants, it would be suspicious as fuck if every one of the family members died except for them. Like, and like they go back and just like, where's everyone else? Oh, I don't know. Oh, where could they possibly be? Where were they last seen? Oh, they went to the island, never were seen. Like, I don't know. And sure, we weren't the kind of safe answer where we can entertain ourselves by playing detective. They can't kill you all because killing you all would be really fucking stupid. On the contrary, we're at a stage where we had to be scared stiff. This plighted head might displease the culprits and cause them to repeat another mass murder. Well, it is just a possibility, right?
でも私は
I can't bring myself to trust the servants
まだ
yet.
信用できないの。それに私
That doesn't mean they're the ones I
信用でき
suspect.
ないわけじゃないの。
Oh, the only ones, rather.
さらに黒幕がいるかもしれないと思ってる。
I also think there might be some mastermind behind all of this.
黒幕？
A mastermind? Why do you say that?
勘よ。
It's just a feeling.
使用人
You know
を
what the
書い
word,
て字のご
what the
と
word
し
servant literally means.
誰かに使
It
用
means they
され
serve
て
someone.
手足となる
They do
そう
someone's bidding, right? I see what she's getting at. She's kind of accusing Kinzo of being like a mastermind here to get everyone killed. But the only problem is he hates everyone here. Maybe he doesn't hate Natsui that much as it turns out, but he hates everyone. I'm quite sure Maria would be fucking dead if Kinzo ordered everyone, if he wanted people dead. Like, not just these ones, I'm quite sure.
殺されたのは後ろ
Everyone
に
who is killed has some relation to the Ishiguro-miya family.
なら
So it would be natural for someone with
その
interest
結
in
果
that
で
result
被
to be
害が発
involved.
生する人間が関わるのは当然。
That is also plain and clear. The Ishiguro-miya family is currently right in the middle of discussing how to distribute the inheritance if that grandfather died. This followed the formulaic plot used to death by many classical mystery novels. It would definitely be a crime by someone with ties to the Ishiguro-miya family and who was entangled in the inheritance problem. And he had probably also read a few books in that genre. The theory did have a few one-sided conclusions to it, but it was run-of-the-mill idea that anyone would surely hit upon. I think anyone would have suspected the servants, even if their logic was different. And especially the talk revolving the key to the shutter. That was enough to make it easy to suspect strongly that one of the servants was involved in the case. Which is why...
なぜか気に
I
入ら
don't
ない
like it
っ
for
すよ
some
ね
reason. Same battler.
気に入らないって
What do you mean you don't like
何
it?
の話？
あいやいやこっちの話っす
Ah, just talking to myself. I thought it was question my joking, but I couldn't wipe off the sense of unease I felt inside of me. Because the reason we had arrived at it was altogether too simple. A reason that anyone could arrive at. I just couldn't accept that. If I tried flipping over the chessboard like I learned from Kairi-san, that's exactly why it was impossible. That was exactly why it was impossible for the servants to be the culprits. If the servants really having the culprits, they wouldn't have hidden the bodies in a place that was tied to themselves. Certainly not the Rose Garden storehouse of all places, whose key they themselves controlled. The police would probably immediately pursue whoever had the control over the key. The world, that would create a danger for exposure. We would assume that they were the culprits had no reason to carry the bodies in the storehouse. Honestly, a big thing here that you should kind of bring up is the culprits have every reason to dump these fucking bodies off a cliff. Like, supposing you're not dragging the bodies along and you have them in like a wheelbarrow or something, take it to that cliff where the shrine used to be, and dump them the fuck over it. No one finds them, no one knows where the fuck they are, and you're fine for quite a while. Do they expect us to think that, and so put them in the storehouse deliberately? No, that definitely didn't make sense. When the police come and inspect the site, all kinds of things will probably become clear. No matter how deeply careful the culprits were in carrying out murder, some kind of traces would definitely be found. So in summary, they have everything to lose and nothing to gain. If you think about it this way, and look at the game from the culprit side, it feels like there's no point in advertising the location of the corpse. If bodies were found, a report would be sent to the police. The remaining people would become more cautious. They could start looking for who was responsible. Anyway, none of these things would make the culprit feel any more comfortable. Just like the words of the main character's mother in the novel I recently read, Higurashi no naku koro ni wait, hold on fucking second. Wait, hold on, is that just the fucking, wait, is that, wait a fuck, Wait a fucking second, hold on. That is the exact fucking novel title. The fuck? Is this advertising for your other story? A mystery story that has 4 parts. Introduction. Are you describing your own fucking story structure now, author? A mystery story has 4 parts. Introduction, development, turn, and conclusion. And so to commit the perfect crime is essential to eliminate the introduction. Right now, no one knew where grandfather was. We didn't know whether he had already become a victim or if he was one of the culprits. But this state of confusion had to be beneficial to whoever did this. They're just referencing their last work, BB. I don't fucking trust. Look, I don't trust meta shit. I do not trust it. Not fucking all. You think the other more recent one they tried drops this one the same way? That'd be hilarious. By blatantly advertising the bodies to us and declaring, hey, there's a murder case going on, the culprit has absolutely nothing to gain. Right, that was where they flipped over the chessboard. So this place advertising the body was in itself the culprit's goal. It may well be that to the culprit, having the 6 corpses be present there meant more than the deaths themselves. I can see that. As I said, it would be better if you were trying to hide the bodies, just throw them off a cliff into the sea. Sure, they'd come up eventually due to waves and shit, but with the typhoon, maybe not even then. Be a good idea. To who? To us. The message. God was trying to shove something in our faces. I didn't know what that could be. At the current time, none of us could grasp anything from this vulgar mass of murder except malice. Malice towards everyone, perhaps. Each one of the survivors had some kind of connection to one of the 6 who had been killed. Uncle Krause's death brought sorrow to Jessica's family. There's dad and Kairi-san brought sorrow to me. Auntie Rosa's death brought sorrow to Maria. She hasn't really mourned at all, so Gosen's death probably dealt a shock to his fellow servants. No one liked him. And Shanshan's death brought grief to George Anaki, who had proposed her, and to Kanon-kun, who had loved her like an older sister. Every now and then they received an equal amount of sadness, except Auntie Eva had claimed that the servants were definitely in cahoots. Then how could you explain the deaths of Goto-san and Shen-chan? Hot take, you know, if that way of referencing past work, you don't know if you like that way of referencing past work, because it kind of comes off in the place that the story references is more important because the other work is fictional. True, but I'm fucking suspicious. It's like, most people don't do that crap. I don't fucking believe you. Like, I don't fucking believe this is just, oh, it's just a reference, like, this is a mystery story, I do not believe. And by this argument, the grief caused by 6 deaths hits everyone but Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. Exactly. It's very possible to doubt Uncle Eva, Auntie Eva herself, who was acting like she was outside the net of suspicion. You might have been trying to point that suspicion at the servants. In the first place, she had mentioned voice suspicion and placed on the servants that argument about the key to Shredder. We looked at it from the perspective of motive, about who would gain something from the murders. Auntie Eva's name floated to the top of the list. Exactly. The question just is, how the fuck did she do it? Oh, hey, you're here in time, and this is hopefully not right before the stream ends. It isn't. We got, like, almost a bit more than 2 hours left, Victor.
Batora-kunが何を考えてるか。
Auntie knows what you're thinking.
おばさんわか
Okay.
るわよ。
What?
Huh? No shit.
嫌だな。内緒
Oh
にして
no,
てください
please
よ。
don't tell anyone.
あんなこと
I have my head full
こ
of,
ん
you
なこ
know,
とで頭をい
that
っ
kind
ぱ
of
いに
stuff.
してたなんて。
私が
I'm the one who would gain the
この
most from
殺
these
人で
murders.
一番得をする。
It's actually D&D night. I'm ending the stream 10 minutes. Nah.
どうせ疑われ
Since
る
I'm
だろう
going to be specific anyway,
先に
might
自
as
己
well
申告してお
get
く
it
わ
out in the open myself. I tried to dodge this conversation by joking around, but it looked like it hadn't worked.
遺産は兄弟の
There's
数
a
で
divide
分
between
割
the
する
siblings.
でも今や4
Right
兄
now,
弟
the
は
4 siblings are
私
just
一
me.
人後ろ宮家
All
の
the
全
exes of
財
Ushiro
産
Miya
は
family become mine.
全て私のものになるの。
秀吉おじさんが聞いた
Oh,
ら
Hideyoshi heard you. He say, give
予
it
算か言えば
a
シャレに
rest,
ならん
Eva. It's not a
っていう
joke.
ところっすね。
ごめん
I'm
ね。
sorry. Okay.
どう取り繕
No
った
matter how
っ
I
て
try
ど
to
うせ
smooth it
疑
over,
わ
I'll
れ
just
る
be
だろうか
suspected
ら
anyway.
ふざけた
Oh,
だ
I was just
け。
fooling around.
だからこの殺人
So
は
I've been thinking from my point of view,
私の立場から
this
見れ
murder
ば
might have been
私を
planned to cast
疑
suspicion
わ
on
せる
me.
ためのものではないかと思ってるの。
Damn, you haven't noticed Dean Dean forever. Neither have I.
ったことに
Unfortunately, my alibi
夕
for
べ
last
のアリ
night
バイ
is
は
weak.
弱いわ
聞かせてもらっても
Will
いい
you
ですか
tell me about it?
夕べのことを
About last night.
バトラー君たちも
As
知
you
っ
know,
てい
this
る
doesn't out.
通
We
り
siblings would
兄
gnaw
弟
apart
が
the
遺産
inheritance
を
and
ど
leave
う
late
食
into
い
the
ち
night.
ぎり合うかという
Think
話
her
し合い
fan was a
が
murder weapon.
深夜
Why
まで
should we
続い
keep
た
Poe like that? Buy the blood. Sometimes she's unfolded, Victor. That can't be the murder weapon this time.
でも何時まで
I
続
don't
い
know
た
how
か
late it
は知らない私と主人は朝が早かったからね
My husband and I had woken up early in the morning.
もう
We
眠
were
っ
so
て眠って
sleepy,
24時を過ぎたあたりで抜けさせてもらった
and we let
の
ourselves out past midnight.
そして
We then returned to the guest house and
ゲス
rested
トハウスに戻って休
there.
んだわ
You're forward in your theory by characters having more than one state. God damn, these characters having more than one state.
それを
Anyone other than Uncle
秀吉おじさん以
Hideyoshi
外の
prove
誰
that?
かに証明できるっすかいやいや
Oh,
別
of course.
に
It's
エヴァ
not
お
like
ば
I'm
さんを
saying you or
疑って
anything,
るわけ
if
じゃ
you
な
or
いっす
anything, you
よ
know.
あらどう
My, I wonder about that.
証明に
I
なる
don't
か
think
わ
it
か
counts
ら
as
ない
proof,
けれ
but
ど
when I returned to the
ゲ
guest
スト
house,
ハウスに
we
戻
were
って
greeted
きた
by
時
Genji-san and asked if we
源
needed
氏
a
さんに
towel.
出迎えを受けてタオルはいるかと聞かれたわ
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily prove anything unless Genji can give a time. Even then, it doesn't really help with
だ
the
から
minute.
私たちがゲスト
I
ハ
think
ウス
that
に
should
戻
be
って
enough
き
to
た
prove
時
that we
間
returned to the guest
は
house a little after
24
midnight.
時過ぎだと証明してくれると思うわよ
Yeah, that really doesn't help anything.
もっとも
Of course, my theory is
私
correct.
の
The
仮
servants
説
were
通
on
り
cute.
使
I
用
would
人た
actually
ち
make
も
for
グ
an
ーな
alibi,
の
would
だと
it?
したらこんなのアリバイにならないけどね
確かにそうっすね
That is a point, isn't it?
ってことは
I mean, right
俺
now, I'm playing
今
detective with the
真
real
犯人と
culprit.
推理ごっこをしてるってことになるんすか
Okay, so disregarding the letter from Beatrice for a second. Eva and Hideyoshi could have come here always with a plan to kill everyone. Like, it's not impossible, and the letter just, or maybe they were ready to do it in case they need to, and the letter just kind of threw them into a wrench. The only weird thing, though, is like, after the letter was exposed, they were actually in a better position than before. Sure, everyone else being dead is a great position, but only if you don't get caught. So, I don't feel like that's the confusing part. They were in a better position to negotiate with Cross after the letter was revealed. Now it's just really, it would be really an odd time to kill them.
でも私の名誉のた
Let
め
me
に言
say
わ
this
せて
for
も
my
らう
honor's
け
sake.
ど
My goal is
遺
inheritance,
産
someone
目
commit
当
this
てだっ
weird
た
kind of
ら
murder.
こんな変な殺人はしないわよだって
After all, if I just want to make them for the right
遺産
terms,
相続権を喪失
then
さ
the
せる
deaths
だけ
wouldn't have
なら
mattered.
どんな死に方だって構わないむしろ事故死に見せかけた
On the
方が
contrary,
スマ
try
ー
to
トで
make
し
their
ょ
deaths look like an accident, wouldn't I?
使用人たちを抱き
Having
込んで
roped
周
in the
到に
servants
計
and
画して
carefully
い
handing
たな
down,
ら
touching more
な
as
お
I
さ
do
ら
that.
そうするでしょうよ
You couldn't make 6 people's death look like an accident unless you fucking did carbon monoxide poisoning. That's like the only way you can make that shit look like an accident.
確かにそうっ
Right
す
about
ね
that.
営利で人を殺すなら
If you were killing someone to make a profit, you definitely wouldn't make it look like a murder. Or you'd hide the bodies for so long that no one can actually figure out what the fuck happened.
そういうこと
You see,
だからおばさんは
From here on, your auntie will be in
今
a
からとて
very
もブル
blue
ーな
mood.
気持ちなわけ警察には黒幕
I'll
扱
probably
い
choose
さ
the
れ
person
て
behind this by the
散
police and
々
harshly
調べられるでしょう
investigated.
ねやだやだ
I can't wait. And Eva shrugged with her bitter smile. Just like it was easy to think of Stern suspicious, it was also very easy to think of Aunt Eva as suspicious. So if you flip over the chessboard, that means it's impossible for the culprit to be the easily doubtable Aunt Eva? However, the logic could pass to is that the motive wouldn't count for anything. No, that can't be right. Knowing the motive should be a big clue towards knowing the culprit. That's why the murders throughout history have tried to erase the motive will not be found out by skillfully complicating the incidents. I don't know. Every time I flip over the chessboard, it keeps flipping from Front to back, back to front. My thoughts closing in on the truth? Or... if Eva and Hideyoshi are in cahoots and did this together, you kind of have to assume that something went desperately fucking wrong during last night's conversation. Because again, at the start of the conversation, they had gained a massive advantage in getting the money they wanted from Kraus. So if we assume that something went horribly wrong, then they might have turned to plan B and killed them instead. As I looked over the parlor, I saw George Aniki and the others gathered, talking. Look at you're talking about the magic cure that I've been painting onto the shutter. Uncle Hideyoshi thought back to that time he started drawing the shape in the margins of Maria's notebook. Yes, Maria's the second only grandfather knowledge of the code, so she might understand what it meant. I think it was probably something like that. There's a mark like the cross, but tweaked a bit. And then were these fancy strange letters across the outer circle like this. There's something written on all four sides of the cross, and the empty spaces in the corners as well. Doesn't look like the alphabet or something. It's what they call ancient characters. Also on the top of the circumference was a small mark. Small circles arranged in plus sign and straight lines connecting them. I do not know enough about the code to know if this has any fucking meaning. Yes, definitely something like that drawn there. Yep, this was it. There's no mistake in the shape. I don't know what the exact characters are. The arrangements are clearly the same. Everyone's staring down at the shape, so I stared down at it too. Give me a picture, give me a picture. From what I heard, this had been painted on the shutter to the storehouse with some material that looked like blood. I mean, it looks like scribbles to me, essentially. I doubt it's like Latin or any fucking thing, so I'm very confused about it. See, this sure is unsettling. Emma's the only one who got his head, who did his head to draw this nonsense. Seriously, where'd he go? I want to grab and ask what the hell this is supposed to mean. This is voice contained impatience and anger. Not going to say that grandfather was a culprit. It looked like she had thought that grandfather definitely knew the culprit's identity. Certainly, he asked around for a link that bound the Ishiguro Miya family and the code together. 10 out of 10 people would name grandfather. And the person who knew nothing of the code, this strange mark would have no meaning. Which meant that it might have been something addressed to grandfather. That's right, the reason to advertise the crime, not to show it off to buyers. In that case, where had grandfather, as the essential recipient of the message, disappeared off to? He's going to Beatrice, obviously. Does this shape ring any bells? Ew! Mary looked at the shape with a serious face. Maybe she was enthusiastic as this was her area of expertise. However, her appearance was that of someone separated from the events at hand. As though this thing had been drawn, the shutter closed around her mother's corpse. My first impression was that the design resembled some kind of foreign cross-like symbol. That's not that kind of design. Does that mean it has something to do with that foreign country? Russia was originally a Christian religious order of knights who was supposed to protect pilgrims traveling to sacred places. Is that during some religious meaning or something? I mean, there's a lot of fucking niche religions. This magic circle has some reason. This is starting to sound like gibberish. When I looked over at all, I'm preparing to jump into the discussion. Something shocked me. I think the idea that Maria might have had something to do with this is growing, and I'm very uncomfortable with this. I don't like child soldiers right now. Wait, fuck! It's another goddamn game with child murderers! God fucking damn it! Maria was grinning, an eerie expression on her face that defied description. Her grimace like she was making fun of everyone's ignorance. It was an expression I wouldn't have ever believed Maria to be capable of making. And then she laughed. Oh, it's gotten worse. What the fuck is reflected in your goddamn eye? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? 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 An eerie, jarring laugh. Even though I was looking at it right in front of my eyes, I really didn't want to accept it as real. Oh shit, it got worse! That's completely wrong, everyone! Can't you tell just by looking? It's gotten so much worse! Everyone was scared of the witch. Maria alone kept on cackling happily. After all, that laugh suddenly and abruptly cut off. Her expression was still like someone completely different from Maria. Quick, hit the child! Victor! The mother is gone! We don't have anyone to hit the child right now! She's what, 12? You can take her? 9! Maybe Rosa had the right idea. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Clem's the same thing. This is the 7th magic circle of the sun. The characters are Hebrew. Landed here. Yes? Wait, that's fucking Hebrew? Maybe I can't tell because the fucking writing's so goddamn messy. So what, it's Gnostic shit? Literally stole the writing materials from the stunned Hideyashi's hand. Then started drawing another magic circle, effortlessly, right next to the one that Hideyashi had drawn. See? It was this kind of shape, right? Yes. It was... Maria! That's incredible! Why is she so evil looking at the minute? You really know lots! This is gonna try to smooth things over by praising Maria. Why did you want to make sure this was still the Maria everyone knew so well? The 9-year-old has gone from acting 3 to acting 17. I am concerned that the 9-year-old might not be 9 years old and might be fucking... Are you possessed? Maria didn't give her any particular response. She's possessed. Maria started fluently writing unfamiliar characters in the corners of the shape. At this sight, the eyes of Uncle Hideyoshi and Dr. Nanjo instantly began to widen. Also, BB, how do you go from Hebrew to Gnostic? Ah, fuck. No, I'm getting my fucking shit wrong. Cabal, my mistake. No. God, I feel fucking shamed. It's... The Kabbalah isn't Gnostic. God damn it. Written on the forearms of the cross are the names the angels reside over air, water, earth, and fire. Chasen, Aurel, Talihad, and Forlok. And in the 4 diagonal direction, names of the 4 great rulers. Cabal? No, fuck, I can't fucking... Kabbalah. Fuck. Kabbalah. It's the fucking what Limbus. It's what Project Moon uses. Give me a break. I'm stupid. Ariel, Seraph, Taurus, and Cherub. Do they match? Even if you were unable to correctly write what you have seen, you're once again shown something identical. It isn't difficult to say that the two are the same. Asked by Maria whether they match, Uncle Hideyoshi and Dr. Nanjo nodded over and over again. Unmistakable. Yes, these are the characters definitely written there. And now things get fucking weird because... Okay, assuming these fuckers aren't misremembering things, and Maria isn't just, you know, putting on what she believes would be there, that she hasn't seen herself remember. Whoever did this is actually bothered to fucking, like, work on the letters and do accurate shit. It feels really weird if you're gonna kind of be slapdash with it. Like, you'd have to have some knowledge of the fucking... Oh, fuck, Maria. Maria, did you fucking do this, my gal? Did you fucking work with Beatrice or fucking someone and kill everyone? I'm gonna write something like that. There are also carrots running around the circumference. I know. Like this, right? Mary began jotting down Hebrew all around the circumference. It's from the Old Testament's book of Psalm 116 verses 16 and 17. You must at least read the Bible. Uh-oh. This kid is... Fuck. No! Not the fucking Bible! Not again! Why does it chase me everywhere I go? Acting as though knowing this was only common sense, Maria laughed. Palm. E-A-L-M is how you say it, right? Palm. Wow, everyone including me was at a loss for words. After some moments, Georgianiki returned senses and slowly managed to speak. That's incredible. I'm surprised. So, what means does magic circle have here? Okay, I need to fucking check this shit out now. Great. Thank you. You made me fucking curious. Thought it was more like Sean, but I know you haven't gone back in a while. Verses 16 and 17. Truly, I am your servant, Lord. I serve you just as my mother did. You have freed me from my chains. I will sacrifice a thank offering to you and call on the name of the Lord. Well, that's concerning. First Project Moon, then Tros. Now this, you can't escape the Bible, BB. When did Maria become not herself? As soon as fucking she saw the circle. I am concerned. It's a magic circle to borrow the power of the sun. He wears it as a talisman draws, and he also uses the power to break free from the bonds of any prison and gain freedom. Maria, that sounds like something you would want considering your situation. Break free from bonds and gain freedom? It sounds deep. What bonds not limited interpretation to some kind of physical object? Therefore, it does not only mean for people locked up in an actual jail. It can also refer to the release of mental bonds such as ties of obligation and inescapable fate. Well, this is suspicious as fuck. Ties of obligation and inescapable fate, you say. So what, they were a sacrifice? Oh god, let me see the epitaph again. God damn, I keep having to go back to this shit. That's also pretty deep. Oh wait, fuck, I need to check the numbers. Right, 18 people. I need to check on the epitaph how many people die. Not counting these two, so let's assume these two don't die. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 to 13 people are supposed to die before the witch revives, and then everyone dies? I'm fucking out? Right? I really don't understand it. What does that have to do with those 6 bodies? However, being released, they were counted something weird. Weren't they? It's not like the magic circle was done for their sake. The 6 of them were there for the sake of the magic circle, you dummies. It is truly pitiable. Child is currently evil, please fix it. What do you mean?
魔法陣のため
Well, I
に
mean, we say the 6 of them were there for the sake of the magic circle.
一体
Maria lifted up her index finger and wiggled it as if you were making fun of us. What the fuck is this shit?
それは演習
That's
部に
written
書
around
い
the
てるよ
circumference.
読
They
め
were
ないかな
sacrifices to the Lord. Beatrice? Truly I'm your servant, Lord. I serve you just as my mother did. You have freed me from my chains. So we sacrifice a thank offering to you and call on the name of the Lord. Okay, let's assume the Lord is fucking Beatrice in this case. Fine. What do you mean you serve your mother, serve you just as your mother did? Your ancestors? Anyone literal mother? Do we mean literal mother? I don't fucking know.
Verse 16 and 17. 読んであげるよ
I'll read it for you.
主は私の枷を
Oh,
解
we're
かれ
getting
ま
a
した
different translation. The Lord has freed me from my chains.
私はあ
I'll
なた
offer
に
you the
感謝の
sacrifice of
生贄
thanksgiving
を捧げ
and will call on the
主
name
の
of the
皆を
Lord.
呼ぶでしょうね
See? Decently different from what I read.
ねって
So,
何を
see,
言
you
ってる
say,
のかさっぱ
I
り
have
だ
no
ぜ
idea what you're saying. You're saying that there's sacrifices. I just fucking realized Maria found a Bible in Japanese. That shit rare. Or it isn't at least all that common. She had to go out of her way to find a Bible. Child can find a Bible, but I can't. The part Maria had just read out loud was the vital part of the magic circle. It was saying that the benefit of the magic circle required sacrifices to be offered in exchange. Maybe looking up the New English version of the game is the King James version. B. That your chant? Are you chanting for me? Oh, you love me, Clips? Awesome. Yeah, I'm the best. Inside the storehouse where the magic sword had been drawn, the sacrifices had been offered. Like everyone else had slowly arrived at the same conclusion. Some were shocked, others spat out they're insane as they punched their knees. Cringe. I'm cringe? Indeed. Shut up, BB. This started to become a seriously disturbing story. But we couldn't accept it nor understand it. I don't care what kind of magic circle curses other people believe in. That's their right, I won't pick a fight with them. But did they really kill Dad and the rest of the sacrifice on bullshit like that? I just couldn't stand that feeling. Others said we disgusted over all the talk about the inheritance. As I started getting pissed off with the feeling between anger and sadness, I broke from the circle everyone was in and returned once again to the window. I mean, I got insane since yesterday. Letter from the witch Beatrice that Maria had read out loud at last night's dinner. I feel like ever since that point this whole mansion and the whole island have begun to be drawn into some kind of peculiar world. That's right, the Golden Land. When I think back on the letter was an invitation from a witch. The ruler of the Nightmare Island invited us inhabitants of the day into another world. The phone on the radio interrupted, and the island shut off by the typhoon. We call it another world cut off from a real one. Yes, on this island right now, it is perfectly normal for witches to send letters and for sacrifice to be offered. You magic circles. Oh, have it next. Some weird people wearing goat masks start doing the Bon Festival dance or something? Please don't jinx us. It's no good. It's no good. I don't get it. It's my head's all screwed. I don't even know what to think. Anger, sadness, opposing emotions all swirled up together and they start to suck me in. I am unable to resist. Nothing can cover my eyes, my hands, and entrust my body and mind to the spiral swallowing me. As I started losing heart, I began recalling a distant memory. It was when I was very young. I unfortunately seen a scary cult movie on TV, and for a while I hadn't been able to go to the bathroom by myself. That little bastard had given an exaggerated laugh and said this. Hey, Battler. Why do you think they go to the trouble to make movies like this about demons and code and such? Because they don't exist. None ridiculous can be found anywhere on the planet. Because they didn't exist if you wanted to see them get a lot of effort making them. That's why those occult movies just make me laugh. That's me random demons monsters. This year's earnings call and angry wives are 100 million times more scary. He sounds a lot more inciting. Inciting? No, insulting.
俺に言わせ
I
て
go further, alright? You're just me?
怖がるって
Being scared is an emotion of the intimate people who have too much time in their hands. Too much empty space in their minds.
暇で
Rudolph
暇で
doesn't
しょ
believe
う
it.
がないから
Rudolph doesn't believe
連
it.
中は変わった
Maria
感情
yesterday
で
probably.
心を遊ばせたくて
Death to Rudolph!
悪魔だの
Son!
オカルトだのって文化を作り出したんだよ
They have so much freedom, they don't know what to do with it. So in order to play around with your emotions, they create a culture of demons and monsters and stuff. Seriously, why have I been acting so damn thick-headed? It's totally taken in. Hell with that shit, this is the human world. This is why I give a crap about witches, demons, magic circles, and sacrifices. The human killed dad and everyone else is still on this island. That's all there is, right? Next it starts eating to my heart was
チ
Kairi-san.
ェスや将棋ってね
You know, in class in Shoji.
終盤の
People
終
were proceeding
盤
to the mating
爪の最後
attack.
の段階に
Very
入
last
れ
moment of the
ば
end
入る
game.
ほ
More
ど
than your best possible
最
moves
善手
become.
は限られてくるのよ
You're a bunch of sinners! Ew, ew! Oh shit. I think Balor might become a bit badass suddenly.
だから
Therefore, in that very moment when you're backing someone against the wall,
あるいは追い詰めら
someone
れ
is
てい
doing
る
the
と
same
い
to
うそ
you,
の時両者の手
both
は
players'
限り
moves
なく
become
読み
infinitely
やす
easier
く
to
なる
read.
つまり
In other words,
完
when you
全
give me
に
the
追
card
い
you think
詰
you
め
have
ら
no
れ
moves
て
left,
打つ手
that
な
is
し
the
と
moment
思
when
っ
it's
た
easiest
そ
to
の
read your
時こそ
opponents.
最も読みやすい瞬間なのよでも
However, when a person forced in
主戦
defense
に立
position,
つ人間はどうしても
they
考え
can't
が
help but
固
lose their
く
breathing
なっ
thinfully,
て
so they forget to read their
相手の
opponent's
手を
moves.
読むことにまで考えが至らないそういう時はね
That's when
チェス盤をひっく
you
り
flip
返
over the
す
chessboard. How many fucking times are we gonna hear that phrase? With all my strength, I slapped my face with both hands. Now my eyes are truly open. Did they just have the slap sound effect? Oh, that's rain. When you don't understand anything and you're completely cornered just like I am now, isn't that a perfect time to flip over the chessboard? Thus, in the defense position, we wouldn't even guess the cobra's scheme. If you flip it over and looked at it the other way, just how far could you see? First off, at the time the murders were committed by the cobra, they knew that the island was cut off by the typhoon. They should have understood that even if they carried out the murders, they wouldn't be able to get away until the next morning. It showed the cobra had begun without securing a way to escape. Furthermore, the bastard had even tossed the corpse in the storehouse. Outdoing the courtesy telling us they are here without weird graffiti. Until it strode in my head and I started thinking outside the box and from the conclusion, BB. In other words, since we would probably find the corpse sooner or later, they wanted to show us them. If it had all been dim, had no sword shed, perhaps the cobra's goal would not have been achieved? Thinking about it that way, the murdering maniac. This morning, he must have been watching our every move with bated breath. After all, if it hadn't been so kind to discover what was in the storehouse, all the hard work and preparation they'd done last night would have just been poof. Really, the cobra wanted to make us feel like showing us the corpse in the storehouse. All six bodies had their faces notably destroyed. Very strange, yes. A grudge? A warning? The fatement of the bodies occurred after death. Diamond means by which the cobra had murdered. Yes. It didn't mean anything to those who had been killed. It had meaning to those who discovered. Yeah? You want to show us to them. Look how brutally I killed them. Ha! I think that way, I really want to tell that asshole to stop taking me so lightly. What dance to that tune? If I'm told pleasing, sir, I'm just gonna say, really? Sure thing. Sometimes the great Ushiguro Miya battler entrance this way, I'm the kind of guy who sort of wanted to sneak in through the window. Next thing that had me concerned was the attempt at a magic circle in the shutter. It was a genuine magic circle declared authentic by even Maria. But they don't say their knowledge of the code rival grandfathers. Yes, very fucking weird. The guys are drawing the thing in pitch black darts without holding an umbrella in one hand. It was taking them a lot of time. That's a formidable amount of hard work and dedication to detail. One person wouldn't have been worth all the effort. Something like to the cabinet expansion most likely would have automatically select the involvement of grandfather. Did they want to make us think grandfather was involved? But if that was all that was to it, they could have just thrown any old scribble that looked like a magic circle. It wasn't like any of us amateurs could tell the difference between genuine and fake. Exactly. However, this magic circle was genuine, and furthermore, it had been written in Hebrew, which is not fucking easy to write, especially in the rain. So this magic circle had messages that could only be understood by someone with knowledge of the occult. Messages are a form of communication. You send them and hope for a reaction from the other party. Reaction? For some reason, couldn't find grandfather now. I don't know how grandfather could manage to see the magic circle on the shutter. Had he chosen to hide himself in reaction to that sign? No, it was a trap to make us suspect grandfather's involvement. You read it that way. Either way, damn, that's annoying. Yeah, they could have killed grandfather and fucking tossed his body overboard, so that way no one can question him. Or he could be hiding because he knows something now, too. What kind of reaction was the culprit hoping to get out of us by showing this invitation to the cult? Somehow, this felt definitely the culprit's weak point. The section of Beatrice's letter that Maria had read out loud during last night's dinner sprang into my mind. The part that said, I asked you to enjoy your battle of wits. Sounds like fun. It's about a witch between us and the witch. Which will be first, us being swallowed up by your cult games, or by revealing who you are? But that doesn't make sense because the fucking seal on the letter. It literally has to be Kinzo, or someone fucking just happened to have the ability to look like fucking Beatrice. Like, that's the problem. It's not possible for them to be the same person, reasonably speaking. This whole day until the typhoon passes. Why not enjoy yourself? If you go about with everything being grounded and real, it makes no sense. But fucking no one knows about the ring other than Kinzo, and Kinzo's fucking gone. The ring is throwing me off so fucking much. Like, my guesses are getting thrown off so hard by the ring, and the best guess I have right now is even during the last night's conversation with everyone of the Inheritors, Grandpa didn't tell anyone he threw his ring away, did he? You mean beyond his rant to Beatrice? Yeah, correct, Flips. He told no one that he threw his ring away other than to Beatrice. Or in his rant. So it's just so fucking suspicious. The best guess I have, again, is... like, I don't know who sent the letter. I have no idea who sent the letter. If my best guess is Ivan and Hideyoshi did the killings. Last night, during the conversation, something happened that made them go, shit, we're getting really fucked here. We're getting no money, or they're not going to get enough money. Maybe the other parties were screwing them out in the deal. Okay. So they came with a plan B to this island already to possibly kill the other ones if they didn't agree. Fine. Okay. So they then execute that plan. That's like the most reasonable thing there. But then who the fuck sent the letter? Because it could have been either Eva or Hideyoshi. It just doesn't make sense. Everyone has sunk into their favorite sodas, some deep in thought. Some irritated, some depressed. Maria is once again joining the television as she had never left. Also, there was a fucking image in Maria's eye of a person when she went crazy. What the fuck was that? Looked like she found the commercials were from the morning program, and she yelled, ooh, ooh, and giggled. I stared at each person's appearance in turn. There is a 19th person. The culprit must be in this room. They're the two that make the most sense right now. Like, there's no fucking way George has anything to do with this. That'd be ridiculous. Probably anime, you know, if that was meant to be a detail for Battler to notice. The problem is, Battler doesn't have any way to know. Again, no one but Grandpa Kinzo knew about the fucking ring being thrown away. So Battler has no way to know what we know in this case. That's what makes it so suspicious and confusing. From Battler's perspective, yeah, it's reasonable that Eva and Hideyoshi could do it. Oh, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about her eyes. Okay, sorry. Her eyes having an image in them. I don't know. Okay. Right now, Aunt Natsuki was searching the mansion with the servants, though, wasn't she? And shouldn't be in this room. In this mansion is what we should say. Phoebe, you're not behind anymore. Yeah, I'm coming to realize that. After all, there's a possibility that Aunt Natsuki was behind this. And we still couldn't deny that one of the servants could be the killer. Anyone could be the bad guy. Still, Aunt Natsuki and the rest sure are slow. Of course, not a small mansion, but this is taking a little too long just to go walk around checking the windows and doors. Yes, it's dangerous. There's a thought that Aunt Natsuki and the rest returned. Not one of them was missing. Our relief was short-lived. Everyone looked at Aunt Natsuki in shock. The talk I had with Auntie Io started creeping back in my mind. Obviously, the culprits had enough in numbers or weapons to kill all of those 6 at once. What the? That's a gun! Oh shit!
万が一に備
Sorry
え
if
て
I've
持って
startled
き
you.
たものです
I brought this to be prepared for the worst. Natsui, it was worse to fucking bring that, I'll be frank. Because that thing in Natsui's hand was a rifle. That? The weird looking rifle. Atlantis silhouette looked a lot like a hunting gun. But it was unusually short and it kind of looked like a kid-sized gun. Oh, so Battler sees it the same way, okay. Alright, the thing is true, but true that it was definitely not some sort of kid's toy. Isn't that Kinzo-san's gun?
ご存知でしたか
Do you know about it?
そうです
That's right.
お父様
I
の
remember
古い
that
コ
was
レ
in
クショ
Father's
ン
old
の中に
collection. I
あっ
managed
た
to
ことを
find
思い
it.
出し探し出してきました
Oh, now I'm even more concerned.
ひゅー
Whoa! Let's not take the gun. Look, I'm gonna be frank here. Taking the gun seems like a fucking horrible idea. I don't know. Bury it, toss it into the fucking sea. Weapons are amazing things. Koichi, shut the fuck up. Awesome. Battler, shut the fuck up.
夏代おばさん
And actually, is that thing
それ
real?
本物なんすか
ええ
Yes,
本物です
it's real.
実弾を発
You
砲で
can
きます
fire live ammunition.
昔お父様は
Long ago, father used to
野
scare off
鳥を追
wild
い払うの
birds.
に使ったりしていましたあら懐かしい
I remember.
どこから出てきたん
Where did that
や
come
ら私がいくら
No
触
matter
ら
how
せ
much
て
I
って
asked him to let me
言って
touch it, he never let me
も
lay a
指一
finger on
本
it.
触れさせてくれなかったやつよ
Huh?
小さな
Never had one of
持って
those?
たんですか
For these?
知らなかったで
I
す
didn't know.
お父様は
Long ago,
昔
grandfather was really
西部
addicted
劇
to
にどっ
westerns.
ぷり使ってたことがあってねあの世代はこ
That
うい
generation
う
really
ライ
liked
フ
that kind of
銃が
rifle.
大
Oh,
好
it's a
きなの
cowboy
よ
repeater. Okay.
結構年季の入った銃のようですね
Looks like it's capable. It has some considerable history behind it.
でもこんな短い仕様のは初
I've
めて
never
見
seen
ま
one
した
like this short before. Ah!
思い出し
I
たわ
remember
そ
that
の
gun.
銃懐かしい
That's one
な
the one the gunman goes firing off with it. Oh, movie I used to
派
love.
手にぶっ放しとったやつだわお父さんも渋
Ah, that's right,
い
good
な
taste.
親方様
Long ago,
が
master
だいぶ
brought over
昔
special. That brought over
ア
especially
メ
from
リカよ
America.
り特別にお取り寄せになられたものです。ご覧の通り実銃ですの
As you can see, it's a real gun, so it has to keep this a secret.
この件はご内密にお願いいたします。
手に入れられた
It's
ば
like
かり
take
の
out when
頃
he
は
first got his hands on
大
it.
層気に入られておりまして撃つより薬莢を出す動作が面白いら
Seems
し
to
く
work. He used that to take the oxygen
あ
burns
の
him
森
and
で
shooting it, and
い
he
ろ
played
いろ
around with
と
it back
か
in the
っこ
fort.
つけて遊んでおられたもんですよ
Oh,
しかし物騒
still,
ね
what a dangerous thing. Yes,
そんなものまで
I should
持
be
ち
dragging
出
this
しちゃう
out.
のかしら
It's a bad idea. Very bad idea.
万が一に備えてで
This
す
is preparing for the worst. No, Grandpa's the kind of guy to be a double bear after playing Doom. Cringe, but respectable. Yes. Look, I gotta fucking... Okay, look. The best thing you guys could have done was get individual rooms, get rooms with one key to the room. Everyone sleeps in the room alone. Everyone is together otherwise. People go in pairs to the bathroom in 3 because fuck you. No gun, nothing else. That's what you do. That's your best chance to keep everyone alive and no one's able to figure out what the fuck's going on.
族はおそらく
There's probably more than one of them. That's even worse!
しかも
Her
主
mother
人たち
Karen
を6人も殺した
You
恐
killed
ろし
6
い
of
相手です
including my husband.
私には主人
I have
に代
responsibility
わ
to
って
take everyone to tomorrow.
皆さんを
In
明
my
日ま
husband's
で守る
place.
義務
We're
があ
not
ります
making it into tomorrow. As Naji-san said this, she slumped down to one of the sofas and took a deep breath. As well as checking the doors and the windows, she had also been trying to find grandfather. How do you go to the bathroom in pairs? Everyone sleeps alone in the room. Fuck you, you're taking your shits and pisses in the bedroom during the night. That's how. Because fuck no, we're keeping everyone safe. Only shit and piss in the morning! His grandfather was not with her. Apparently his whereabouts was still unknown.
屋敷内の閉じ
I
目
carefully checked all the windows
厳重
and
に確認してきました。
doors throughout the mansion.
ですが万が一と
However,
い
we
うこ
must
ともあ
prepare
り
for
ます。
anything.
みんななる
Everyone,
べくここ
I think
に
it would
一緒
be
にい
best
た
if we
方
all
がいいで
remained
しょう。
here.
そうね。
I agree.
ここに全
Everyone
員
is
集
gathered
ま
here.
って
Then we can all be
相
more
互
sure by keeping an eye
監
on
視
each
を
other.
している方が安心だわ。
How do you account for everyone if you're all separated and isolated? During the night, you kind of just go... Look, if the doors are locked, no one... they'll be really fucking clear when the door is broken into. Like, oh, someone broke the fuck in here. Ah, shit. They were killed by someone. Okay. Like, fuck. That's the best way you can start it, at least. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea for everyone to live, but, you know, you'll feel a bit safe. My idea is shit. Never mind. My idea is probably still better than whatever the fuck they're gonna do.
それはどういう意味ですか？
What do you mean by that,
エヴァさん。
Eva-san?
別に
Nothing really.
夏日
I'm
姉
just
さ
agreeing
ん
with
の
the
意見
opinion,
に
aren't
賛成した
I?
だけよ。
I'm only being a massive fucking bitch and cunt. There's a dangerous atmosphere between the two of them. I do not want a repeat of the cat fight, but with guns. You thought about who stood against most inherent problem standpoint? Anti-Evo is the opposite answer. So you need a sacrificial lamb to determine whether or not there's indeed a 19th person. I mean, it'd be helpful. However, there's no proof that Natsuki was innocent. No, Beatrice Letter is his grandfather's elaborate prank. The thing of this incident is an extension of that. There's more than enough evidence to doubt even grandfather. And Natsuki thought the criminal was on the outside, but Aunt Eva thought the criminal was on the inside. In short, it was a question of whether or not the 19th person existed. They do. I mean, reasonably for the letter to have been sent, a 19th person has to exist. The 19th person, though, does not necessarily have to be the same person who killed everyone. Was doubts that have been repeated endlessly since at least their night, with a letter from the witch who called herself Beatrice. The culprit was among us, or not. And did the witch Beatrice exist or not? You assume something as stupid as a witch couldn't exist. It's the same as saying that one of these roads here who share a common bloodline was a culprit. I disagree there, Battler. A witch you can decide a witch doesn't exist and then go, yes, but this person's still on this island. Like, it's not insane, Battler. Come on. If you didn't like it would be much more cumbersome to accept the fairy tale about the witch. I thought this before, but the letter doesn't necessarily have to be the culprit either, no? Yeah, exactly. Because if we go with the... Let's say Beatrice actually exists, and also let's say she's not a witch. And that Kinzo, like, knew she was here and was like, oh, Beatrice, my love! And she's like, I don't want anyone to know about me being here. He's like, oh, okay, my love! She's like, okay. That makes sense. That's fine. Did a witch do it? No. Draw that weird magic circle and sacrifice those people? I don't think so. If I can only accept that rubbish, I would be able to completely trust everyone in this room. However, damn common sense got in the way. It kept repeating that witches don't exist. In that case, the culprit was among us. Battler, I feel like you're being a bit hasty in this conclusion. In the middle of seemingly endless rain, none of us could break our silence. Ah! I fucking suspected we're coming. Grandpa throwing his ring away just becomes him dropping it and her catching it under the window. That's not too absurd, possibly. Lunch had ended, the servants had removed the tableware, and we're now in the kitchen. Chapter 12 of Code. Holy shit. How do I keep getting jump scared by it? I don't fucking have an answer for that. I feel embarrassed by it too, honestly. It's kind of pathetic. The wind and rain had neither weakened nor strengthened the island, and the island remained cut off from the outside world. It seemed that, at first, Natsuki had planned not to let anyone set one foot outside the room. But when it came time to prepare lunch, she finally realized that this was impossible. In order to avoid having anyone alone in the kitchen, she told 3 servants to go together. Because that, the servants were the first ones given the right to leave the study parlor, which had been packed with 11 people. The breakfast immediately followed the terrible incident, and many of them hadn't eaten much. Everyone tore into their lunches in silence.
私が洗いますから。
I will wash the dishes so you can rest while Genji-san and Kun.
休んでいてくださいな。何か飲みま
Do
す
you want something to drink?
私は結
Nothing for me.
構可能は
Ganon?
僕も結構です
Nothing for me either.
お二人とも
You must be so
早朝
busy.
から大変
So
だった
early
で
in
し
the
ょ
morning.
参ってしまうのも仕方ないことですよ。
It's a wonder you're worn out. The only sound was that of Kumasawa washing dishes, which resounded throughout the kitchen. Genji and Ken sat in some chairs a short distance away, their eyes lightly closed. Just as Kumasawa said, those two had probably built up a great deal of fatigue and exhaustion. That didn't mean they could let it show on either of their faces. Avoiding that was one of their virtues. After that, the silence continued for some time. Ken opened his mouth and muttered,
シャナ
Shannon,
どうして
why did she have to die in such a horrible way?
死に方のことは忘れなさい。
Forget about how she died.
ただ
There's nothing more than
運がなかった
bad luck.
そうですね
You're right.
ただ
There's nothing more than bad luck.
運がなかっただけです
You both fell silent once again. Oh, did you fuckers know about the devil's roulette shit? Demon's roulette or whatever? Ken's expression was one filled with grief.
シャノンちゃんが死んじゃった
Shannon
なん
Chan's
て
actually dead.
未だに信じられませんよ。
I still can't believe it.
本当にかわ
Poor,
い
poor
そう。
Shannon Chan. Fuck's that sound?
もう会えないなんて嘘みたいですよ。
Not being able to meet her again feels like a lie.
もう一度
I just want to see that kiddo's smiling face
あ
one
の
more
子の
time.
笑顔が見たかったのに。
Kumasawa spoke with her back facing them. Kumasawa has seen Shannon's corpse. He had no trouble mentioning Shannon's face. They hadn't heard those words around her again and found only half of Shannon's face had been left. His grieving expression twisted even further. That sound is a win. I thought you liked it. No, the ringing, the chime-like sound. What do you mean we start where it all begins? Why did Beatrice-sama do that to Shannon?
生贄が欲しかったなら
She wanted sacrifice. There were plenty of
他に
others
も
to
大
choose
勢
from.
いただろうにどうしてどう
Why?
して
Why?
ただ運が悪かっただけだ。
There was nothing more than bad luck.
少しの運が
Shannon's fallen ever slightly differently. Could have been me or you lying
シ
there.
ャノンの代わりにあそこに横たわっていたのは私だったのかもしれないしお前だったのかもしれないあるい
Or even someone
は
else.
他の誰かだったのかもしれない全ては運命だ
Everything is left up to fate.
源氏様
Genji-sama
奥様の部屋
said
の
that the door to
扉
Madame's room was stained with
に
traces
血
of
のよう
something
な
like
跡が
blood,
ついていた
right?
とおっしゃっていましたねシャッターに書かれていたのと同じもので
The same substance that was planted on the shutter.
うん
Yes.
君の悪い後だった
It was an unpleasant mark.
まるで
As though someone with blood-stained fingers has been trying to pull out the
引き
doorknob.
抜こうとするかのような。いや、
No, scratch the
扉
door.
をかき破ろうとしたのか。そんな気味の悪い跡だった。
That sort of unpleasant mark.
ベアトリーチェ様が奥様の部屋を訪れて
So, does that mean that Beatrice Sama came to visit Madame's room?
そして扉を開こうとした
And
け
tried to open the door, but
開けなかった
couldn't.
ということでしょうか。
Is that what it means? Genji thought back to the time he had seen those traces of blood on the door to Natsui's room. The substance sticking to the door around the doorknob and the marks of something stretching against the door. It definitely appeared as though someone had tried to open the door but couldn't.
どうして奥様は生贄を免れたんだ。
Why was Madame not chosen as a sacrifice?
もし奥様が選ばれてたなら
Only if she had been chosen, Shannon wouldn't have
知らな
died.
くて済んだのに。
Just then, a loud, sharp noise resounded from the hall. Within turned around, surprised.
面白そうな話じゃねえか。
Sounds like a pretty interesting discussion you're having.
俺も混ぜてくれよ。
Let me join in too. Oh, Battler fucking going at it. Okay. Battler standing in the doorway to the kitchen. Oh my god, Battler's being a bit of a badass. Everyone back the fuck up.
バトラ様、
Battler-sama,
これは失礼いたしました。
please, excuse... Genji-san and Kanen-kun stood up, surprised, and hastily bowed. I didn't care about stuff like that. I was more concerned about continuing the discussion.
便所って言って抜けさせてもらったのさ。
No, I was going to the told them I was going to the bathroom, so they let me go.
ずっとあの部屋に閉じ込められて
So I figured it was locked up in that room
失
any
速しちま
longer.
いそうだったからな。水でも飲ませてもらおうかと思ったら。
When I came back to ask for some water, I overheard some pretty interesting things.
頭なんか下げなくていいぜ。
No need to bow your head or anything.
今の話の続きを聞かせてくれよ。
Please, let me hear the rest.
今のは別に。
That just now, wasn't really...
ちょいと前から話は聞かせてもらってるんだ。
I've been listening to you for a while.
今さら隠すなよ。
Don't try to hide it now.
だから、
So
単
ask
刀直入
directly.
に聞くさ。ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ？
Who is this Beatrice?
どうやら、お
Supposed
と
to be
ぎ
a witch
話の
from
魔女
Kid
って
Story, but
だけじゃなさ
it
そうだ
doesn't look
な。
like that now. Cannon inverted her gaze. It was obvious that she didn't want to talk about this. Certainly made me want to ask even more. While making an effort to smile, grabbed the collar of his shirt. Oh shit.
夕べまでなら俺は無関
We
係
were last
さ。
night, this be none of my business.
だがな、今朝から
Out
は
of the morning,
違う。
this morning everything's changed.
親父たちを
And
殺され
down the
た時
resident
点
killed
で
is totally my business.
俺は立派な関係者だ。俺にもそ
I have
の
a right
う
to
さ
listen to
ん
this
くさ
vicious
そうな
story.
話を聞かせてもらう
Don't
資
I?
格があるはずだぜ。
I glared at Cannon-kun's eyes as he continued to look away in apparent pain. Since there was a big difference in our heights, Cannon-kun had to stand on his toes and looked like it hurt a lot. For a bit.
バトラさん、
Father-son,
手を離してやってくださいな。
please let him go.
別に彼女は隠しているわけではないのです。
I mean, they're hiding their gender, but I guess you're right somewhat.
じゃあ話してくれたっていいじゃねえか。
Anyone have any problem talking about it, right?
仲間外れた
Why
ら
be out of
寂
the
しい
loop,
ぜ。
get it? When I tried to further twist up his collar, Genji-san cut between us and spoke. There's a slight sense of resignation in his face. Looked like he didn't plan on hiding anything.
お話しすることはできます。
I can talk about it.
ただ、バトラ様がお気
And
を
only
悪
has
く
big
な
might
さ
have taken
れ
it
るか
badly,
もしれません
Balderson.
ので。
躊躇なんて
That's
男ら
not
しくね
very
えぜ。
manly, is it?
内緒にされる方
Ooh,
が
the
気持
secret's
ち
even
悪い
more
さ。
pleasant.
聞かせてくれよ。
Tell me about it.
どうせ明日までできることはないんだ。
Think you have anything to do before tomorrow comes?
多少はうさんくさい話の方が退屈も紛れるってもんだぜ。
This late shady story might be the best way to start off boredom. After Genji-san and Kanikun looked at each other, they nodded as though they had decided to talk.
わかりました。
Understood.
何でもお聞きください。
Please ask us anything.
お話しします。
We will talk.
ああ。
Right.
じゃあ聞くぜ。
Right, then I'll ask.
ベアトリーチェっての
Who in
は
the world
一
is
体何なの？
Beatrice?
俺が知ってる限りではロケン島の森に住まう魔女ってことになってる。
All I know is that she's a witch who lives in the forest of Rokenjima.
森に入ると危ない
That
からっ
it's
て
a
ん
story
だ
that
ね。
grandmother or someone invented to keep
ば
people
あ
out
さ
of
ま
the
あたり
dangerous
が作り
forest.
出した脅し話だって聞いてる。違うのか？
Is that wrong?
いえ、違いません。
No, it isn't wrong.
その通りです。
It's as you say.
ベアトリーチェ様は六軒島の森に住まわれる魔女であらせられます。
Beatrice-sama is the witch who dwells in the forest of Rokenjima.
バトラ様、
Father-sama,
にわかに
I
は
don't say
信
you
じられ
believe
ないで
this
し
all
ょ
of a sudden, but
ベアトリーチェ様は存在する
Beatrice-sama
のです。
exists.
親方様に
The
莫
real
大な
person, the one who
応
gave
募を
Master a
さ
vast amount of gold many years
せ長
ago.
いことおそばにお仕えした実在する方なのです。
は
Huh?
あ？よせやいよせやい。
Ah, come on.
じいさまの受け売りを言うのも
Grandpa paying you to repeat
給料
everything
打
he
ち合ってんのか？
I laughed at like it was a joke. But neither Genji-san nor Kanin could laugh. Not even Kumasawa-san. Who avoided my eyes, flustered, and started washing the utensils. So unfortunately, I was the only one laughing. Painfully, bitterly.
なるほど。源氏さんが断るだけはあるぜ。
I see now why you warned me, Genji-san.
こいつは確かに正気じゃ気を悪くする。つまりベアトリーチェっていう名の人物は実在するんだな。
You're saying that person named Beatrice actually exists?
はい、
Yes.
親方様が
He has been
こ
working
の
for
島
Master
に
since before the mansion was built on the
お屋敷を
island.
以前からずっとお仕えしている方でございます。おそらく私よりも長くお仕えしてい
Looks like he's been working for him even longer than I have.
なんてこった。
You know about... What do
キ
you
リエさん
know?
の仮説は外れたな。
Theory-san's theory was off.
じいさまに
I really
ベ
did
ア
have
ト
a
リーチェという
commandant
名の
named
復讐が
Beatrice.
実在したってわけだ。そいつは今
She's
こ
on the
の島
island
にい
right
るんだ
now?
な。
はい、
Yes.
いらっしゃっていると
I
思い
believe
ま
that
す。
she is.
曖昧な言い方だな。
That's a vague way of saying it.
ってことは昨日今日そいつの顔を見たってわけじゃなさそうだ。
That means you haven't seen her face since yesterday.
はい、
Today or yesterday. Yes.
大変申し上げがたいのですが、
It's extremely to say, but, Kennen-kun once again dropped his gaze, avoiding my eyes.
Come on,
don't just stop there. It's like freeze an inch before the blow. I urged him on, jokingly. However, it looked like Kennen-kun was unsure whether or not he should speak. A good choice, because I was about to punch his lights out, probably, right? That seems like something Balder might do at this point. He's fucking pissed. Then Kumasawa Bachan whispered.
You
cannot see her face. Sam has no form. Lady, that's not the thing you should be saying today. He has no... What? Beatrice-sama has no body. Or unless Beatrice-sama wishes, Kami would like us will not be able to see her form.
私ども凡庸ではお姿を見ることすら叶いません。
ベアトリーチェ様が人の姿をされていた頃の絵があの肖像画のものなのだとか。そのお姿を懐かしみ、よく肖像画の前に佇まれているそうな。
In front of the portrait, learning for old form.
Beatrice-sama は時折、
Beatrice-sama herself sometimes changes her form to go in the butterflies and shows
身を
herself.
変えられて現れることがあります。万一、
On the rare occasion
お
that
屋
you
敷の
spot
中でお
them
見か
somewhere
け
in
し
the
た場合に
mansion,
は、
there's a rule that he
決
absolutely
し
mustn't
て
chase
その
after
後を
them.
追ってはならない決まりです。追えば不幸があると囁かれています。
It is wished that you meet with disaster if you follow them.
その禁を破り、大怪我をして辞めた使用人も実際にいます。
In fact, there's a servant who broke that rule and quit because of great injury. Wait a second, are you kidding me?
あんたら、本気でそんな話をしているのかよ。
Are you all serious about this shit?
バトラー様。
Butler-sama, Beatrice-sama has
すでに
already
ベア
arrived.
トリーチェ様がお越しになっておられます。そのようなお言葉はよろしくないかと思われます。
This language may be unwise.
ベアトリーチェ様はご自身を冒涜される方を好みません。
Beatrice-sama is not fond of those who profane her.
その存在を疑えば
If you doubt her
必
existence,
ず
you
や
surely
不
meet
幸
with
が降りかか
disaster.
るでしょう。
バトラさん、
Butler-san,
気持ち
you
の悪
probably
いお
find
話
the story
とお思い
unpleasant.
でしょ。ですがね、
You know what?
ベアトリーチェ様
Beatrice
はい
does
るんで
exist.
すよ。
Okay?
います。
He exists.
それを疑
Beatrice-sama
わ
is
れる
accepted just like the being.
ベアトリーチェ様はことのほか嫌われます。
Why are you guys like this?
わかりませんか、バトラ様。
Don't you understand, Butler-sama?
ベアトリーチェ様は
Beatrice-sama has already arrived here.
今すでに
おいおい、よせよ。
Come on, quit it.
俺、そういうの弱いんだぜ。脅しっこなしにしろい。
Freaking me out. However, there's no trace of joke in the eyes of the three servants. The servants, they laughed and tried to look unconcerned, but I was quickly starting to sober up. Their eyes were also sobering up fast.
バトラさん、お願いですから、
I wish that you could stop
ベアトリ
profaning
ーチェ様を冒涜
Beatrice-sama.
することはおやめください。悪いことは申
Please
し上げま
trust me on
せん。
this. Umasawa Bachan, who was usually cheerful and would always tease people, now spoke with a totally straight face I had never known her to make.
いや、
Well,
いるって言わ
sure,
れ
you
て
say
も。
she exists,
俺には何も見えないぜ
but。I didn't see anything.
今、
Are you
俺の
trying to say
隣
she's
にい
standing
ると
right
でも
next to
言
me
う
or
のか
something?
よ。冗談よせやい。
Quit joking around. Hi, Maria. I am not okay. Just then, that unnerving laugh suddenly filled the kitchen. When I turned around, Maria was standing there by the entrance. Does she have a fucking pistol in that? Look. Now I'm kind of worried if Maria has a fucking pistol in her bag. I'm not feeling safe. Her expression and the feeling about her presence are exactly the same as the servants. Whether your wavelength matches or not is determined at birth. Rather, you were born with a mismatched wavelength. That's why you can't see her. Can't meet with her. Can't talk to her. The type Beatrice hates the most. Maria's laugh sounded like she was greatly enjoying herself, yet it was extremely eerie. It was almost like she was laughing at me because I alone didn't understand. Oh, how the tables have fucking turned. Do you want to know about Beatrice? Beatrice is a 1,000-year-old witch. There's all the demons at her command can harness powers of the alchemy through the philosopher's stone, a vast quantity of gold. Okay. The fast was with Ushiro family by making a contract with her. Yesterday, I read Beatrice's letter, didn't I? That was real. Well, I guess it'd be point for me to try and force you to believe. This kid's... this is not fucking Maria. Where the shit is this story going? I don't fucking know, Carrie! This is either the fucking mass hysteria bullshit happening here, or we're fucking gonna have multiple big-ass problems soon. Fuck, mass hysteria would already be a big enough problem here. After all, looks like you're born without trace of the sixth sense. What are you talking about? Witches? Demons? Who told you that? I heard it from Beatrice herself. Stopping the child might be a necessary evil at this point in time. Maria kept doing that unpleasant laugh. However, the servants who watched over this didn't even blink. She heard from that witch in the portrait during the entrance hall. Oh, fuck, that's right. Last night, she fell asleep in front of the portrait. Didn't she? That's probably when this started happening. Where's this girl's mom? Oh, right. Yep. Maria kept on laughing in a weird voice, as though there was nothing more or less. As though there was nothing more or less than the truth. Maria, make her ask one more time, okay? Who gave you that letter yesterday? I got it from Beatrice. How many times did I tell you before you understand? That big matters of her own hand, pun intended, clips. I wish I could say no, but I'm thinking it might be yes. You don't get it, do you? You can't see her, I know. You can't believe it, I know. The same reason after suddenly stopped. Battler. You still can't tell. That Beatrice exists. She exists, you say. But where? Like I said, Beatrice exists right here. That's right. Ah, this imagery is great for me. Lovely. I fucking don't know if I'll sleep tonight. Lovely. Fuck you guys. Why? You never considered using Umineko as sinking support, but it works. If it works, it works. What the fuck, Rush? Now I think about it, I've been feeling for some time now that the others have been looking in quite the right direction. I figured that everyone had just been gazing in that direction, but that wasn't the case. The four here, Genji-san, Ken-kun, Umasawa-san, and Maria. Everyone except me, filling a spot right behind me. Holding my breath tightly, I slowly looked over my shoulder. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. I've known that the entire time! However, everyone in the room except for me was soaking at this point as if someone was there. Beatrice is a great witch of gold that has lived for 100,000 years. I mean 1,000 years. But she can't show her former humans of the wrong wavelength, and she can't talk to them. And you know what? She finds that really sad. That's why she chooses prizes when people like you, but without fragment magic sensitivity, deny that she exists. You're lucky, Battler. You think I gave you that charm yesterday, right? Who knows what kind of curse Beatrice would I put on you right now if you hadn't been carrying it around? Maria, I might kick you. You really are lucky, Battler. Right! That scorpion key holder. I thought it was just some CGI or something, but it really had some benefit then. He's just gonna keep laughing at us, I think. They're taking this super well. I think the servants are... look, either it's fucking mass hysteria at this point, or things have gone supernatural and we need to fucking escape. If it weren't for that, I'd be lying at Charles and sideways with their face crushed by now. Actually, it looks like that would probably have been actually, Natsui instead of him. You're so lucky, Battler. I see. What happened to her voice? She might be possessed. I don't fucking know. Carrie, help. If it weren't for that, I'd have been killed by now. Battler, why don't you believe in Beatrice? Even though she exists. Even disregarding the supernatural, escape is an option in the typhoon and all. Yes, Rush, it's very concerning. Her mom's too dead to slap her back to being 4 years old. Sorry, I just barely listened to the past 2 hours. You really should have listened a bit more. Things are getting a bit fucky-wucky. Right now, over there, look. Hey, you want to believe it now? Believe it. And thank me for giving you that charm. Then for that, you'd be in the storehouse right now. That sounds like a fucking threat. But now, maybe you should have saved someone else in exchange. Right? Oh god, Naruto now. Believe it. That we're not... I see. The witch Beatrice is simply a high-level shinobi. Right then I burst into laughter. Playing witches have been pretty fun up until a second ago. Unfortunately, the last one didn't quite hit the mark. That is no goddamn good at all, is it, Maria? Not sure that I'm sorry, but it's no goddamn good at all. When Maria saw me suddenly start laughing, she stopped. Though she didn't understand what I was laughing at, she realized it wouldn't be pleasant for her. Imagine if we started looking at the Steam graphics. God, I would be dead right now. That might hurt you, so I didn't say it earlier, but... Did you not have the fucking thing last night? So I thought I put that charm you gave me in my pocket. I was dropped it somewhere, you see? That means the charm can't be the reason I'm alive now. And even though I should have been cursed by the witch, I'm perfectly fine. Valor just proving witches by saying, "Fucker, I lost that shit!" Sorry, but I don't believe in things that I don't see with my own eyes. That begs the fucking question, what the fuck was with the symbol on fucking Natsui's door? 6th sense. Wavelengths? Magic sensitivity. Sorry, but I don't believe in fake stuff like that. When I hear the ghosts and slots start talking about how good or bad their ability sensitive to matches, it pisses me off. I don't know how much Grandpa is paying you, but you're trying to talk me into joining some cults. Believe me, you won't be able to do it easily. Valor-sama. You guys are free to believe whatever you want. But when it comes to whether I believe it or not, that is always for me to decide! Sorry, but I can't believe something as shitty as Peaches that I've seen her with my own eyes. I spoke forcefully and sharply. I did. Maria started cackling again. Well, that's just fine, isn't it? Aren't you you? Totally mismatched wavelengths will be able to see Beatrice. Ah, shit. If Beatrice is real, we'll probably see her on the 3rd night. The night where her name is praised. Ooh, shit. I hope there's no fucking Beatrice. I can deal with a murderer. I can't deal with a fucking witch. Very soon, she will revive. Beatrice will revive. Aren't we all supposed to be dead when that fucking happens? Once it happens, she's gonna talk with me and play with me a lot. There's nothing you can doubt, nor to force yourself to believe. She will appear very soon. Some people usually head to the bathroom after a meal. Others will take a short nap. Even several people have gone out of the parlor just like I did when I went to the kitchen to drink some water. I don't like seeing that fucking gun. In the end, Aunt Natsu's order to keep everyone packed together in the parlor was reluctantly withdrawn on the condition that no one was able to be on their own, and no one was to go far from the parlor. After all, if 11 people were all shut in the same room starting early in the morning, the air would start to stagnate. Now that a little time has passed, everyone started recovering from the shock of the morning. Maybe their sense of danger was weakening over time, too. However, there's a certain fact that 6 people have been killed inside this mansion. So no one was completely negligent. When they went out of the hallway for a breath of fresh air, trying to act tough, they would get tired of standing there, isolated, and ended up returning to the parlor. Like that fable. You know, the north wind and the sun? I'm sorry, what? If you force someone to stay in, they'll resist, but if you tell them to do whatever they want, they'll come back obediently. People sure are hypocrites. When servants finish cleaning up the meal, they return obediently to the parlor just as Aunt Natsu had ordered them to, and sat on a sofa near the entrance, patiently waiting orders. Maria, almost as though she had suddenly finished playing witches, returned to the pure Maria I knew well, saying, "Ooh, ooh." What in the world was that back there? Good fucking question! And I felt an atom of the presence of this person called Beatrice, supposedly standing behind me, invisible. I felt like inside Maria, I could catch a glimpse of that little presence.
確かに
You're right.
マリアちゃんは
When Maria started
魔女
talking
と
about
かの
witches, she
話になる
changes.
と人が変わるね
But she didn't before. She talked about witches plenty enough before today. And it was fine. And then fucking today happens, and when she talks about witches, she's goddamn going psycho.
昨日海岸でバ
Alec,
ト
you
ラ
all
君
saw
も
it
見た
down
で
by
し
the
ょ
beach yesterday, right? She, you know, she gave me that scorpion key holder?
いや
No, I didn't mean
あんな機嫌を
mean
損ね
like
る
when
み
her
たいな
feelings
感
were
じじゃ
hurt.
なくてよまるでそ
Talking about
の
when she looked like she had, you know,
二重
a
人
dual
格みたい
personality.
な感じで
Maybe Balor hasn't seen her in 6 years. I understand. Balor's a bit of a stupid man, but like... Okay, Balor isn't entirely stupid, but he's a bit silly in some ways.
ああ、たまにそういうこともあるな。
Ah, so that happens sometimes too.
さっきマリアが
So when
魔
we
法
start
陣
talking
の
about
話を
magic,
始
not
め
very
た
often,
時
but
みた
it
いなやつ
happens. Oh, never mind. This is a thing that sometimes happens. Concerning? What the fuck? No wonder she doesn't make any friends in school. She creeps them all the fuck out.
気持ち悪いけどな。
It's freaky though. Apparently, according to Jessica, the kee-hee-hee-hee laughing Maria shows up every now and then. This was just bad timing, and furthermore, it's the first time I'd seen it, so it really shocked me.
あれってのは何なん
So,
だ
what is that?
マリアは二
Weird
重
have
人
a
格
dual
か何かな
personality
の
or
か
something?
それとも本当に霊感が強かったりとかして
Or are you saying that her spiritual sense really is that strong and she's possessed by stuff like that?
そういうのじゃないと思うよ
No, I don't think that's it.
バトラ君にも経験ない
Didn't you ever experience it?
小さい頃
Desire to be
自
someone
分以
other
外
than
の
yourself
誰かに
when
なり
you
た
were
かった
small?
なんてこと
So you're saying she's a fucking chuny. Right when human is born, no one has any individuality. However, when they reach their growth period and the sense of self starts to be born, they start to gain a sense of individuality. They want to be different from other people. Of course, they find out they're no different from the others in their class. What the fuck is that sound? They're learning the same thing in school and forced into the same lifestyle. When they realize that, they start off breaking the rules in what's called rebellious age. When everyone follows rules, they want to show off the individuals by breaking them. Individuality by breaking them. Even those who call everyone around them babies and start trouble. They're just cute kids searching for themselves when you look at them this way. Well, I'm not sure about all this like I'm so smart, but I actually got a second hand from George on a key. I myself was one of those embarrassing guys who thought it was cool to act like a little bastard. Stop getting triggered over the music? Never! I am paranoid! Oh, that was when I was age when you try standing out for the opposite sex.
成長期の根底に
Our
は
foundation
子供から脱
of the
却
growing
したい
periods
という
imposed escape from being a kid, much the same as a chick trying to crack
衝動がある
the shell of their egg.
子供と大人の違いは何かわかるかい
They don't live to your child, don't it?
年齢
Ages? Age?
それとも
Or
体
physique?
格
違うよ
No, it's
経験だよ
experience.
大人が子供を見下すのは人生経
I
験
don't
が
look down on
少ない
children
から
because
だ
children
よ
have very little life experience.
子供が何を言っ
There's
て
they
も
store and look
鼻
down
で
to
笑
whenever
って
they
しま
say
うの
something
は
because children don't know anything
世間
about the
知らずの
world.
くせにと見下しているからだよ
あ
Yeah,
あ、そう
I
いう
know
の
what you
わか
mean.
るぜ。子供の頃って妙に人生ってもう悟り切ったようなことを口にして年長しゃぶりたくなるよな。
You're a kid, you try to say things that you like your life all figured out. That you really don't know shit.
大人は子供
Or
が
what a
何を
kid
言って
says,
も
just to start them because they're too naive or because they understand once they grow up or something.
鼻で笑ってる。
Yeah, you hear that shit a lot, and then it turns out they don't know what the fuck they're doing either.
まあ実際そうなんだけど、子供的にはそういうのって見下されてるみたいでムカつくんだよな。
Well, it's probably true, but as a kid, it's annoying, like they're being looked down upon.
なるほどな。
I get it.
知識や経
Not
験
whether they have
の
knowledge and experience.
確かに
You're right. You don't
年齢だけ
understand
無駄
just
に
by
食って
becoming
て
old and
も
not achieving
尊敬
anything.
はされねえよな。
となるとつまり子供から脱却したいという衝動を持つ時期にかつ他者とは違うという個性を持ちたくなる。
Therefore, what we have here is a period where they have the impulse to escape from being a kid, and also they want to have individuality, different from other people.
子供からの
If
脱
what
却が
separates
つま
kids
り
and adults is knowledge and experience,
知識や
then
経験なのだとしたら、
なるほど。
I get it. If they know something that no one else knows, there's no way. That's one way to
一
form my
つのアイ
identity.
デンティティになるわけか。
小学校の頃なんかさ、クラスの誰も
When
知ら
you're
ない
in
こと
like
を知ってい
elementary
たり、
school, if you knew stuff no one else knew,
持っていたり身
had
につけ
stuff
て
no
い
one
た
else
りす
had,
ると
or stuff
ヒ
no
ー
one
ロ
else
ーにな
wore,
れたよ
you
な。
become a bit of a hero for a while.
バトラもそういう経験あるだろ？
I think you did the same thing, Battler.
あるある。
Yeah, yeah.
何か一芸に秀でたいと思うお年頃って。
There's definitely an age where I
確かに
wanted to excel in something.
なるほど。
Trying to
そ
separate
れ
myself
が
from being a
子供
child,
か
my
らの脱
growing period.
却。つまり成長期ってわけか。
健全な意味での成長期はそうして没個性を脱却するために人が持たない知識やスキルを身につけることを促す。
You look at in a good way, the growing period, by forcing you to separate yourself from others, pushes you to gain skills and knowledge that no one else has.
これは社会学的にも面白いことだよ。
It's also interesting from a sociological
人
standpoint.
が没個性を嫌うために
Because people hate being like everyone else, they try to learn skills that other people don't know.
これにより社会は幅広い技
In
術
this
を
way,
獲
society
得し
can
て
acquire
立
the
脚
broad
する。
range of skills it needs to survive.
神々の高度なプログラミングに驚かされるね。
The quality of the gods program is truly surprising.
まあ、
Well,
個性が
individual
ネガティブに
personalities can
働
also
く
be
こともあ
negative,
る
right?
ぜ。クラスみんなが真剣に勉強してるから俺だけはサボって目立
Like
とうとか
saying everyone
な。
else in the class is studying hard, so I slack off if so I stick out. That was actually me. A fucker. I was only saying I finally made it feel thankful towards those who teacher who slapped me after school.
でもまあ誰も飛べない飛び箱を飛んでやりたいとか。
But, well, I did have those desires to jump over the voting box and no one else
成
could.
績のいい連中を周回遅れにさせてやるぜって。
Or if
マラ
Sprint
ソン
says
で
I
全
could
力
try
疾
and lap
走
those guys at good grades when we did a
そう
marathon.
いう気持ちはあったな。勉強はダメだったから少なくとも運動では見返してやるぜって根性はあった。
It's in my nature that if I couldn't study well, then I'd at least get back at them by exercising.
なるほど。
I get it. I really went all out during my growth period.
男子って
I guess boys
や
who
っぱり肉体的な方面
then
に
focus
関
on
心
more
が向く
physical
よな。
things.
でもよ、
But you know,
同
here's
じ
the
時
thing
期
makes
の
them
女
focus
子
more
は
on the most of
精神
things.
的な面に向きやすいんだよ。バトラーのクラスの女子にも占いとか霊
I
感と
bet there were a
か
group of girls in
そういう
the
こ
class
と
that
を
were
言
really
ってる
interested
女
in
子
like
連中の
fortune
グルー
telling
プ
and
が
their
あったり
spiritual
しただろ？
senses.
あった
Yeah, there was that.
人の星座とか血液型とか聞いてきて
And they'd laugh, I thought so,
buddy.
giggle. They come over, ask my sign and my blood type, but then they laugh, I thought so, giggle, giggle.
とか笑われるとお
It really got on
ムカ
my
ついたもんだぜ。
nerves.
どこのクラスに行っても
Alright,
女
what
子は
class you go
占い
to?
が好
Girls
きだ
like
し
fortune telling.
決まって霊感に強いだの弱いだの感受性がどうこう見えないものが見え
Always
ちま
a
う
group
だの
that one about
そういう
spirit
出会い
senses
が
being
必ず
strong
い
and
た
weak
も
or
んだぜ。
sensitive to the ear, seeing things that can't be seen.
占いも霊感
That's
も
because fortune telling and
学校で
spiritual
は
sense are
教
things
え
that
ない
aren't
も
taught
の
in
だから
school.
ね。
Battler hates astrology based. I mean, I like the study of the stars. I dislike saying that because you're born on this month, you're fucking gonna explode into whatever. Like, fuck you.
男の子と違い、
Girls who, unlike
内
guys,
向
are
的
more
な世界に
introverted.
関心を持ちやすい女の子にとって、それはアイ
That's
デンティティを
which
確
is
立
easy
し
to
や
build
す
an
く
ending
て、
upon, and one that
かつ
they
興
find
味
very
深いジャン
interesting.
ルなんだよ。
Astrology and astronomy are very two different things, B. I'm sorry, I am stupid. Also, my stomach wants to explode, apparently. Then the boys enter the grown period and start acting tough and growing against the goat.
大人に反抗を始めるのと全く同じ
Pseudo silence cringe while still thinking the actual science is cool. Okay.
女子も成長期に入ると
When girls enter the grown period, they start getting interested in that kind of thing instead.
私はそうでもなかったけどさ
Well, not me though. Not me though. We're having those interests in the code isn't that rare amongst gross or age?
年頃の女の子としてはそう珍しくもないってことか。
Can you accept that? I wonder if it explains that creepy dual personality thing. Also, it doesn't explain the fucking 3 servants, you know? Well, I think I can accept it vaguely.
さっきも言った通
As I
り、
said before, becoming
大
an adult
人
means
に
gaining
なる
knowledge
とい
and
うのは
experience.
知識や経験を持つことを言う。だからそれを得るために
Some
子
kids
供
must
たち
study
はいろい
various
ろ
things
な
so they
こ
can
と
gain
を学ん
knowledge
で
and
子
truly
供を脱
awaken.
却しなければならないんだけど、子供の世界に
There's a kind of fancy
今も
use for
昔
this,
も
which
はびこ
is
って
and
い
has
る
always been prolific
あ
in the
る
world
便利な
children.
妄想があるんだよ。わかるかい？
You know what that is?
漫画やアニ
See
メ
it all
の
the time in manga and anime, right?
ほらあれ
You
だ
know?
前世の
Like
記憶が
memories coming back to you from a
蘇
former
って
life.
偉
Isekai.
大なるなんとかの
Oh, it's
魂
in the
が
sound of
乗
the
り移
great whatever.
ってとか
Great Alexander the Great?
あ
Ah, there's
あ、
also
他にも
sleeping
遺
genes
伝子が覚醒したり
awakening.
とか、封印されて
Pursue
いた能
powers
力
or
や
memories
ら記
returning.
憶やらが戻っ
There's
た
a
り
lot of
と
versions.
か、いろいろあるな。どういうわけか。
The reason these kind of things are really popular at that
やたら
age.
と流行るもんさ。どうしてだ？
Why is that?
今挙げたキーワードはすべて
All those examples you've just
子
mentioned
供
are
の
fantasy
自
by
分
what
に
children and
知識や経
mainly
験を
have
直ちに
knowledge and
付加で
experience
き
of
る
the
幻
child
想だからだ
themselves.
よ。9歳の女の子も1000年を生き
Even
た
a
魔女
9-year-old
が
ago, somebody has to say that she
私
has a
に憑
thousand-year-old
依して
witch
いると
possessing
言い出
her.
せば、1009歳のアイデンティティが得られるわけだからね。
And she can gain 1,009-year-old identity.
まあつまり勉強するのは
So what you're saying is that
面
Review
倒く
thinks study is annoying.
さでも人とは違
But one of our
うス
different
キル
skills
を
for
持って
one else and brag about it and get attention.
チヤ
It's
ホ
a
ヤさ
complete
れてって
delusion.
いう連中にとっては便利な妄想なんだよな
So you can brag about something without having to work hard or study. I see. That a kid's greatest dream.
あとは子供からの脱却願望には必ず自分の理想像の自己投影が行われ、
Furthermore, their idea self-image always subject our desires to escape from being a kid.
その願望の姿が別人格として形成されることが少なくない。
It's not rare for that desired form to become established as an alternate personality.
バトラ君だって
Think about it,
家
I'm
と
sure
学校では
your character is
多
a
少
little
キャ
different
ラ
at
クタ
home
ー
and
が
school,
違うと
right?
いうことがあるんじゃないかな。
Wait, which one are we going into there? Jungian psychology, I think we're going into there with the persona and shit about what the self that's on display for the world and the self that's inside, if I'm remembering fucking correctly. George, what you're saying is Maria's a chunie at a time in her life where it's perfectly normal to be a chunie. Yes, these are a lot of words to say she's a fucking chunie.
多分
Probably
家での自分の姿を
embarrassing when
ク
how you
ラ
were
ス
at
の
home.
友人たちに見せるのは恥ずかしいはずだよ。学校の自分は
So you try to present
自
yourself
分
as you
のな
want
り
to
た
be,
い
but
姿
at home
の
is
投
where you
影
are
で
your true self.
家の自分は本来の姿だから。
Sounded right on the persona shit. Yep.
つまり
In other words, I'm changing my
キャラ
character
クター
just
の
for
使い分けと
situations.
いうか
Someone's gonna bring him up, right?
人格の多重化は
Trying to say that having multiple personalities is actually really
当たり前
common.
だと言いたいわけ
Not real multiple personalities, just different faces you show people, essentially.
オカルトが好きな女子
No
は
one's trying to call my
それ
station
を
being possessed or has
脅威と言った
awakened.
り覚醒と言ったりするぜ。正直
I see there's some kids you can change personality so drastically and change your whole opinion on them.
男子にもいるだろう。
Even some boys, right?
切れたとか言
That's
って
just blow the top and
や
get
たら
fallen
めった
over
ら粗暴キャラ
nothing.
に変身するやつが。あれ、本人はかっこいいと思ってるんだろうけど、見てて痛いよな。
I bet they think it's pretty cool, but it's painful to watch.
つまりおさらい
So
す
let's
る
sum this
と
all up.
マリアくらい
There
の
was
年
about
頃の
Maria's
女
age.
の子
Even
が
they showed creep saying
さ
personalities
っき
they
みたい
cheated a
な
minute
不気味な
ago.
二重人格のようなものを見せてもそれほど珍
Saying it's
しいものじゃない
That's not such a rare thing.
と言いたいのか
簡単にまとめるとそういうことだ
Bring it all
ね。
together simply? That's what it means. There's more like different filters applied to your personality to your audience or whatever, kinda. Yeah, it's like, I forget the exact terms you used for it, but essentially you have the self that is in public, the self that is alone, and the self when you are with friends and lovers and other such things. Like, you don't always act, you might say by yourself, like if you stub your toe, you might say, fuck, goddamn shit, motherfucking bitch, oh fuck, ah damn. If you stub your toe in public, you might say, ah damn mother, shider, oh blood, it hurts so much, oh god, dang it, ah. Like I guess that's like the way to put it, one way to put it. That's not exactly right, I know, but it's the best way I can think of off the bat to describe it.
アイデンティティは
Identity is an
自己を
important thing
形
used to
成す
build
るた
up
めの
one's
大
sense
切
of
なもの。
self.
それをバカにしたりするとかえってその殻に閉じこもってしまうこともある。
If you make fun of that, it could actually cause children to go back into the shell.
だからほ
Just
ど
want to
ほ
go
どに
along with
付き
them
合っ
to
てあげ
some
るのが
degree.
大切なんだよ。
People are dead, George. We're not gonna fucking play along with Maria's delusions.
それを丸ごと受け入れてあげるのが
It requires the
親の
tolerance
包
of
容
a
力という
parent.
ものなんだけどね。
George, people are fucking dead.
兄貴
I can't
そ
believe
れ
you
で独
aren't
身って
married.
信じられねえぜ
Battler!
もう子供が中学く
You
らい
already
に上
raised
がって
kids
そう
in
な
Mexico.
貫禄さ
Battler, you should fucking say that right now!
じゃあローザおばさんもあのマリアの二重人格についてはよく知っていたのか
And
な
I wonder if Auntie Rosa also knew about Maria's dual personality.
知ってたぜ。
She
こ
knew.
こだけの
Between
話。
us, Auntie Rosa couldn't
ロー
freaking
ズおば
stand
さ
it.
んはすっごく嫌がってた。気持ち悪いし。
She said it was creepy and just made Maria more and more separate from the rest of the
だ
class.
けだって。だから。
The time Maria started talking about the code of laughing like a witch, she slapped her.
魔女みたいな声で笑い出したりすると。
Yeah, that ain't exactly the way to fix that shit.
だからマリアも
Let's stop talking that way in front of
ローザおばさんがいる
her.
時にはそういう話をしないようになったみたいだけど。
I mean, the better way to do it is fucking... Look, one way you can try is getting into it yourself and embarrassing your kid out of the phase. Like, fucking come to school in a witch outfit. She'll either think it's fucking awesome or she'll be like, Mom, no! It was just a little game from a girl facing her growing period. That thing that had happened before back there. The girl trying to show that she was different and independent by holding interest in witches in the code. How do you explain the fucking servants then? Just you want to have another side to yourself that wasn't infidel. You're switching between her normal personality and the personality of her ideal, a witch. In the beginning, I found that very disturbing. After George Oniki's lecture, it feels like this was a path that everyone walked down at one time or another. I haven't told anyone, but when I was in kindergarten, I joined up with little Kenyan kids trying to form an Earth Defense Force saying we'd protect peace on Earth. My face turns red when I remember how during what we call battle practice, we chant EDF, EDF. And now I'm reminded of a fucking invasion of bugs. Great. You know, the embarrassment angle depends on a lot of moving parts to align in just the right way. Yeah, you're not wrong, Clips. You're not wrong, but I don't know. It'd be a bit of fun, at least. Like usual, Maria was relaxing. Bursting on the TV, oohing and laughing just like any girl her age. But on the inside, another personality, that of the ideal witch that she admired and blindly accepted, was sleeping. That was anything extraordinary. It's perfectly natural for a girl of her age. I calmed down a little. I started recovering the shock of my bizarre experience in the kitchen. Then I talked to Aniki and Jessica and might have been frightened by the idea that an invisible witch was standing right behind me. However, can I accept that explanation of what happened back there? No! It had just been Maria, it could have explained his fickle fantasies of a growing girl. Yeah! Kenji-san, Kanekun, and Kumasawa-bachan had also been there. Thank you! We're finally fucking addressing this shit. None of them deny what Maria had said. They finally accept that Beatrice exists. I'm starting to feel a little uneasy. Auntie Eva claimed that no 19th person exists. And that someone within the family had committed the crime in connection with their messy quarrel. On the other hand, Aunt Natsuki had claimed that the cobra was hiding somewhere outside the mansion. That meant that she was denying the crime had been committed by one of us and accepted that a 19th person exists. And in the kitchen, Maria and the servants agreed that 19th person exists. According to them, this 19th person isn't a human. They said that it was a witch plotting something mysterious. Is there a 19th person or not? And is the cobra a human or a witch? For some reason, I couldn't just laugh off any of the possibilities. Not even the most ridiculous one about the witch.
Jessica.
Jessica?
ベアトリーチェの
I don't
話
know
っ
about
て
the
の
story
は
of which was a story made by the
俺の認
Dochi
識
to
で
the
は
kids to scare them
森に
before,
子供
of
たちが
course,
迷い込ま
but
ないようにってんで作った大人の脅し話だってことになってんだがこの屋敷じゃ違うのか
is it different here in the mansion?
私もバトラと同じ意見だぜ。
I'm with you on this.
こんなのは子供に言うことを聞かせ
It
る
was
ため
just a
に
dumb
親が
ghost
作
story
っ
made
た
by the
間抜
parents
け
so
な
the kids
怪
would
談だ
listen
と
to
思っ
them.
てる。でもそうだと口にはできない空気が屋敷内にあることは否めないな。
Again, that atmosphere inside the mansion makes it a little hard to say it out loud.
おじい様が
His grandfather is
ベアト
claiming
リ
that
ーチェは
Beatrice
存
does
在する
exist.
と公言されているからね使用人たちは立場上それを疑えないし
Because of their position, the servants can't doubt that.
クラウスおじさんたちもおじい様と喧嘩がしたいわけもない
And
から
because of their position, the servants can't doubt that. Just because mother and father don't want to get into a fight with him either, so they're on the service, they go along with it.
だから多分
If I already
こ
say
のお
that
屋敷
inside
で
this
は
mansion,
ベアトリーチェの存在を疑うことはある種のタブーだと思うん
the
だよ
existence of Beatrice is kind of a taboo.
年に一度しか来ない僕たちと違ってね
Unlike the rest of us, who only come here once a year. Is that right? Sorry, I'm getting tired of shit. Jessica puffed out air in admiration. Looks like Aniki, I guess right.
ジョージ兄さんの
I
言
want
う
to
通り
get
だ
to
ぜ。
to the end of this chapter. Like, look, we're on chapter 12. We've got
みんな
got it totally.
腹の中じゃ
No one
信じてるわけじゃない。
really believes it on the inside.
でも
On the
表
outside,
向きはその存
they
在を
accept
認
she
めてる。
exists.
ほら、神
See,
様
it's
の
just like
存在を
the
認
way
め
some
る
people
よう
are
な
about
そんな
gods.
雰囲気だよ。実際にはいないことを知ってても、それを口に出して否定したら野暮みたいな空気だな。
Even if you know there's actually no such thing, feel free to actually say that out loud. And I doze off reading out loud. I have the brain capacity of death. I die at all minutes of the day. I think the servants feel about it amongst themselves.
やっぱり雇い
Is
主
it
の
true
じい
that
様
his
が
grandfather
い
who
るって
employs
言
him
って
says
ん
she
だから
exists? They have to go along with it?
それに口を合わせてるわけか
Oh shit.
さあ、
Well,
詳しくはわからないけど、使用人
we know
た
the
ちの間
details.
では、
Between the
ベアトリ
servants,
ーチ
the
ェの
story
話
about Beatrice has been
は
treated a bit like a
怪談
ghost
扱い
story.
になってるよ。ほら、昨日海岸でシャノンが話してくれたろ。
Remember yesterday when Shannon was talking to us down by the beach?
夜見回りをしてい
That
る
they
時
saw some things while doing the
時
rounds
に
to
何
mention
か
at
を
night?
見かけたとか、そういう話。
She said something like that. She said something like that, hadn't she? Back then, I didn't give it much thought, assuming she was just going along with the displeased Maria. Now that I think about it, she did say that it was completely serious. That's right. She definitely said it. He's only said the same kind of thing that Genji-san and the rest had, you know, obviously declared back in the kitchen.
他にも鬼火や輝
In
く蝶
addition,
々が
some
舞っているのを見た
I've
という
also
仕
seen
様
Woolworths and
の
glittering butterflies dancing around.
カノン君もそれらしいものを
And
以前
Goodness also said he saw something
夜
like
の
that when he
周りの
went
時に
out
見た
patrolling
こと
one
があ
night.
ると言ってました。あと最近ではお屋敷の中で深夜に
I recently heard
不思
some
議
talking
な
about
足
strange
音を
footsteps in that
よく
mansion near
聞く
midnight.
と使用人の間で話題です。私たちは肖像画の中のベアトリーチェ様が
You
姿を
have
消し
whispered
て
together that the
お屋
Beatrice
敷
Sama
の
reported
中を
somebody
散歩
walked
し
to
て
the
いる
mansion
だろう
invisible.
と囁き合ってるんですよ。ずいぶん前ですが私もそうか
Happened a
も
long
しれ
time
ない
ago, but I
足
also
音
heard
を
those kinds of
夜の
footsteps while
周りの
patrolling at
時
night.
に聞いたことがあります。
That's right. Emily said that. That is the same thing that I've been told just now. Ah, but there's nothing to be afraid of, you know?
怯えることはないんですよ。ベアトリーチェ様は親方様とは異なるもう一人のお屋敷の主です。だから変に
So she
怯
won't
え
do
たり
anything
しな
bad
い
as
で
long as you respect her and don't
敬
act
意を
oddly
持ってい
afraid.
れば決して悪いことはしないのだそうです。
ただし敬意を持たないと恐ろしいんだったね。
However, she's fearsome as you don't respect her, right?
はい。
Yes.
私が
But
勤め
that's
を
when he
始め
quit
る
before
直
he
前
began
に
working after falling down the
階
stairs
段
and
を転
receiving
がり
a
落
large
ちて
injury to their
腰
back.
に大怪我をして辞めた方はベアトリーチェ様のことを
I've been
悪
speaking
く
badly
言っ
of
ていたそう
Beatrice
です。
Sama.
だから使用人たち
So
は
that there was a rumor between the
ベア
servants
ト
that
リー
Beatrice
チェ
Sama's
様
anger
の
had
お
been
怒
brought
り
down
に
upon
触れ
this
たのだ
person.
ろうと噂し合ったそうです。
敬わないとお怒りに触れて怪我をする。
you, and you will be injured.
つまり
So, to the servants,
使用
Beatrice's
人たちにとっ
existence
てベアトリーチェって存在はお稲荷さんにいた
is
ず
just
ら
a
した
straightforward story that
お
if
キ
you
セ
poke
様
pranks
の
on
たたりがあるってくらい
Inari-san
には
will be
信
cursed
憑
by the
性があるわけ
kitsune.
だ。
Really? Nari and the kitsune. Son of god of foxes. Okay. Of course, even though everyone accepts that curses and the like don't exist in the modern era, you're still afraid and have a low respect for them. You see it a lot even in residential areas. This is when someone's building a house and they call a Shinto priest for a ceremony to honor the god of the plot of land. I think that's just a big waste of time and money. The workers say that big accident occurs, they don't do it, so they apparently never like the procedure. You also hear about how, if an Ari shrine is carelessly removed during a town replanning, there would be a curse by Kitsune-sama. I think I may have read somewhere that when the Aquaman forces were trying to expand the airport, they had to remove an Inari statue that was in the way. While workers suddenly taken over by some mysterious figure. Even modern cities like Tokyo, it is rare to see modern buildings packed all around an old Inari shrine, leaving the shrine itself untouched. And this is limited to Japan. So I seem to doubt people baptize babies. If I remember correctly by the Christian doctrine, unbaptized souls, though their sin is the lightest, still fulfill the condition for going to hell. Putting water on a child's forehead doesn't do anything but make them cry. A parent can prevent a child from going to hell without just little effort. They will happily go along with the ceremony. In short, even in the modern society of reason, we are still unable to throw away every trace of belief and fear. You say that as a passive acceptance of the supernatural. Maybe the only difference on this island was that Beatrice was the name that was respected here.
じゃあつまり
So in other words,
この島で
if anything happens doesn't
とて
seem
も
explained
人
in
間
human
技とは
terms,
思えない何
it's
か
called the
が
work
起
of
これば
Beatrice.
それはベアトリーチェの仕業だとな
I think Shan was talking
言ってた
about
気が
it.
するなちゃんと閉めたはずの窓や扉や鍵が
About windows and doors that have definitely been properly shut or locked, being open the next time they were checked.
消したはずの明かりがついていたり
Lights that have been
つ
off
けた
being
は
on
ず
and
の明
lights
か
that
り
have
が
been
消え
on
てい
being
た
off.
りとかんで確
And
かジェ
remember,
シ
right,
カは
Jessica? You used to joke that it was Beatrice's
朝出か
doing
けよ
that
う
you
とし
couldn't
た
find your
ら
back
カバンが
sometimes
見
when
つ
you
からないのもベア
had
ト
to
リー
leave
チェ
in the
の仕業
morning,
だって
right?
ふざけてたんだよね
よく覚えてるな。
Good memory.
普通なら妖精さんが隠
No,
した
you
とでも言うとこ
say
ろ
fair
が
to them by this
こ
island.
の
It's
島では
Beatrice.
ベアトリーチェがになるってだけの話だぜ。 ま、そんなくだらない話さ。
Man, what a stupid story.
このお屋敷も
This
築
mansion has been
30
standing
年
for
くらい
about
にな
30
るそうだから
years now,
ね。
hasn't it?
それだけになれば多少の怪談やオカルトは生まれてくるものだよ。
It's natural for things like to get their fair share of ghosts and occult stories.
学校の七不思議なんかのようにね。
Like the 7 school mysteries.
そこで
So here
チェス盤をひっくり返すぜ。
is where we flip over the chessboard. Huh?
つまり
Basically, on this island, there's a rule that Beatrice can be blamed for
人間
anything
には
that
で
could
き
have
ない
been
こ
done
と
by
は
humans.
ベアトリーチェの仕業と置き換えることができるルールがあるってわけだ。人間にはできないこと。
And anything that humans can't
人
do.
間は何人だ？
How many humans are here?
18人だ。
There's 18.
つまり犯
In
人
other
は
words, the culprit is modeling things after this rule, trying to make clear that this crime was work of the witch.
この事件は魔女の仕業だとアピールしてることになる。
Well, at the minute... Even that doesn't necessarily make sense.
つまりそれは
Sure,
19
they
人
just
目の
want to
仕
claim
業
this
で
as the
す
doing
よ
of the
と
19th
訴
person.
えたくて仕方がないわけだ。気に入らね
I
えぜ。
don't like it.
全然気に
I
入らね
really don't like it.
気に入らないって
What don't you
何
like?
がだよ。
え。仮に
Just assume
不
that
可
a
視の
19th...
19人目が存在
Just
し
assume
て
that an invisible 19th person existed and that this person wanted to make it known that they existed.
俺ならもっと完璧なタイミングでやる
For
ぜ。
me, I do it with more perfect timing.
完璧なタイミングでってのはどういう意味だい？
What do you mean by perfect timing?
あ
Well,
あだって
after
事
all,
件は
the
深
crime
夜
took
から
place at
未明
midnight
に
while
か
it
け
was
て
still
起こった
dark,
のは
right?
深夜まで話し合い
They
を
were
してた
talking
り
together into midnight, so
夜
people
勤を
had
して
the
たり
night shift and some people had
あるいは
returned
部
to
屋
their
に
rooms
帰
and
っ
were
て寝て
sleeping.
いたりどいつもこいつもアリバイがあやふやで十分内部犯行が疑える
Everyone's
段
alibi is
階
really
だ
vague, and there's plenty of room to suspect that crime was committed by one of us.
ジョージの兄貴もエヴァおばさんに聞かされてるんだろ
Your donkey and Eva probably told you too, right?
内部犯行の可能性が高いって
There's your
話
chance that one of us is the culprit? Yes.
まあね。
I guess.
つまり
In other words, if the 19th person really existed and wanted to show themselves,
最初の事件は自分のアピールに失敗してるんだあいや
no, in the first place, the
そもそ
timing
も
was
時間帯がミ
a
ステイク
mistake.
不可視の19人目をアピールするためには
If this was a 19th person really want to show themselves,
死んだ6人以
and to
外
make
の
sure that the
12
crime
人
took
が
place under the conditions
全員
to
シ
prove
ロ
that
であ
Raymond
るこ
told
とが
people
確
were
定し
all
ている状
innocent.
況下で行われなければならない疑わしい人間がゼロにな
Unless
ら
there are
な
no
きゃ
suspicious humans, they
自
can't
分
prove
の
that
存
they
在をアピール
exist.
できないんだよ
Really big fucking assumption here still by Battler that the 19th person, if they existed, is the killer. I don't think that they are. I think the 19th person exists, but they're not the killer. That's my current thought.
だから
Like killing them in the middle of the
全
night
員
when
のアリ
everyone's
バイ
alibi
が
was
一
at
番
its
あや
most
ふやになる
ambiguous.
深夜の時間帯は19人目にとって自分が一
Whether or
番
not
あ
this
やふや
19th
にな
person
る時
exists
間
was
帯
also at
で
its
もあ
most
る
ambiguous.
にもかかわらず
Even so, they chose that time to
その
commit
時
the
間
crime.
を選んで犯行に及んだ
そんな時間に
By
犯行
committing
を
the
起
crime
こせ
then,
ば
it's obvious that one of the 18 would be
18人の
suspected.
誰かが疑われるのは明白にもかかわらずマリアに手紙
They
を
took
渡
the
して
name of the
魔
witch
女
and
を
handed
名
Maria the
乗り
letter, and everyone denies
誰も
doing
が
it.
自分でないと否定している
つまりベアトリーチェとい
In
う
other words,
19
you're trying to say
人
that
目
one of the
の
18 tried to make it look like a 19 person called
18
Beatrice exists?
人の中にいるとこういうなんだかぶっ飛んだ発想だな
That's pretty crazy.
まだお袋の屋敷の外に不
My
審者が
mom's
潜んでい
theory
るって
that someone is
話
hiding
の
outside
方が
mansions
信
and
憑
more
性がある
credible.
ってもんだぜ まさかバトラーは
Tyler, don't tell me you actually suspect that someone in this room is the
犯人がいる
culprit.
と疑っているのかよ
ああ
Yeah,
何者かが
someone trying to force us to accept that
ベアト
Beatrice
リーチェが
exists.
存在すると認めさせようとしているそうさ
That's right. The letter last night is when this whole thing started.
もう事件は始まっていたんだ証拠も根拠も
They don't have
何
any
もない
basis or proof, but the chessboard
チェ
upside
ス盤
down.
を逆さにした限りじゃ
This is my best guess.
俺の見立てはこんなところだ
Seriously, that's too crazy.
妙な推理小説の読
Have
み
you
す
been
ぎじゃ
reading
ね
too
え
many
か
weird detective novels?
でも無視できない着眼点もあるね。
This is not the point we can't ignore.
19人目がいるかいないかは別にしても、その犯人は
There was definitely
確
playing
実に
something
こ
based
の
around
島
that
の
rule
ルー
about
ル
the
にのっとって
silence.
何かを仕掛けてきている。僕はね、
Just now,
今バ
listening
ト
to
ラ君
Batter
の
Kun
話を
talk,
聞いていて、
I remember something that's a little
少しだけ
disturbing.
気持ち悪いことを思い出してたんだよ。
気持ち悪いこと
Something disturbing?
うん。
Yes.
覚えてるかい？
Remember?
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice's
の手紙。
letter.
ベアトリーチェ
That
は
Beatrice was
リ
going
シ
to
の
collect
回収
interest.
を行
Yeah,
う
she
と言
wasn't
ってい
clear
た
on
ね。
that, and that was kind of worrisome.
そしてリシとは
That's what that interest
後ろ宮
it
家
is.
の
It said
全てだと言っ
everything
た。
of the Ushiro Miya family. This guy I thought back when Maria had read it aloud the previous night.
言ってたぜ。
It said
確か
that.
に言ってた。
It definitely said
そ
that.
してリシの
The
回収
killing of the interest would now take place, but if the riddle of the goat could be solved, she would lose that right.
その権利を失うとも言ってたよな。
おじい様は黄金
Grandfather's
を
granted
授か
goat,
り、
and the Ushiro Miya family prospered.
つまり黄金
Basically,
を資
Beatrice
本
saying
に
that
生み出し
everything
たもの
he
全
birthed
て
in
が
that
利
goat
子だっ
counts as
て
interest.
ベアトリーチェは言っている。つまり
In other words,
冗談きついぜ兄貴。
that's pretty scary for a joke, Aniki.
まさか
Don't tell me that everything
Ushiro-miya
of the Ushiro Miya family.
つまり
In other words, everything that
じい
grandfather
様
gave
が生み
birth
出した
to.
もの全てってことはじい様から
First,
血を分
everything,
けた一
everyone's
族の
grandfather's
ことを
blood
指す
flowing through their
ってのかよ
veins.
あの手紙をそう
Read
読み
the
解い
letter
たな
that
ら、
way.
この殺人は
First, were just Beatrice
ベアト
legitimately
リーチェ
collecting
が行っ
interest.
た正当な利子の回収ということになる。となれば、この事件はま
That's
だ
the case, these
続く。
crimes should continue.
利子の回収はま
Because
だ
the
途
collection
中
of
なんだ
interest is
か
still
らね。
only halfway completed. George turned around looking over the parlor. There were so many people who held the Ushiro Miya family name. As you knew that, since Goda-san and Chen-an had been killed, not even the servants who didn't bear the Ushiro Miya name Ushiro Miya would be spared. Are we?
全員を
Are
殺
we all
すつもりか
gonna
よ。
be killed? What? That can't be it.
でもおか
That's
しいよ、
weird,
ジョー
George
ジ兄
Nissan.
さん。ならどう
Why
して
only
6人
6
だけ
people then?
他に大勢殺せ
You
た
could
は
have
ず。
just killed a lot more.
下手をすれば
In the worst case, it might have been
全員
possible
を
for them
一晩
to
で
so
殺すことも
all of
可
us
能
while
だ
we
っ
were
た
sleeping
は
and
ず。
kill everyone in a single night.
どうしてそれをしなかったの？
Why didn't they do that?
特別条項だよ。
The special
黄
clause
金の謎を
makes
暴
us
く
solve the
者
riddle
が
to
現
go.
れ
The
たら
right to the interest would be
利子の
lost.
権利は失われる。そして手
Remember
紙の
how the
最後
very
に
last part
は
of the
こ
letter
う結ば
concluded?
れていたはずだよ。おじい様の黄金の
Said for
謎を
everyone trying to solve the riddle,
みんなで解
grandfather's
いてみろ
gold.
とね。
ジーザス
Jesus!
ようやく
Because
犯
they
人
were
のメッ
finally
セー
getting
ジが
closer to
分か
understanding
っ
the
てきた
culprit's
じゃないか
message.
つまり犯人は俺たちに
In other words, the
じい様
culprit's
のあ
telling
の
us
非
to
分
solve
の
the
謎
riddle
を
on
解
the
いてみ
evidence
や
that
がると言っ
grandfather
てるわ
made.
けだ。しかも
Furthermore, they're saying that we just get sit around, they're going to keep collecting the interest.
どんどん利子の回収を進めちまうつもりだ。
The rest is all based on several crazy guesses. But not everything that happens in this world is joined together in a perfect line. Most unknown phenomena are nothing but individual points. By joining them together into lines, we deepen our understanding. The closer together the points at the end of the lines are, the more logical it is and easier to understand. The farther away they are, the more relaxed those qualities. That's why we use a distance analogy and call those theories way out there. However, if you can only join up small and limited distance away, we call it from having a limited imagination. Is imagination different from reasoning? Did I just try and force everything I knew about the case into a simple imagination? No, that's not it. When you're searching around with your hands in the dark, the search is imagination. Only imagining can find the 2 points you should connect together. Reasoning nothing more than the action drawing the line between them. If you can't imagine, you can't reason. What the fuck is Battler BB? In all worlds I exist, apparently. What was I doing might be out there, but it shouldn't be wrong either. Only the power of imagination can pull out a clue from the darkness. The power of reasoning ties those clues together. It's not like the process of sorting out an enemy's weak spot and striking. It's alright if it's crazy. Find the weak point first. Then we can think about how to strike. Now was the time to find the points that we could tie together later. I think that's the good point to end it for now. $18 fucking hours. 10,000 clicks. Jesus me. I'm fucking invested in this so goddamn much. The clicks are way off. There's no way. There's no way, right? I've clicked that many times. Thanks everyone for coming to today's live stream, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had fun, even if I'm tired as fuck now. I need to goddamn go to sleep. Unless I'm clicking nonstop, there's no way. Maybe something weird happened. I don't know. Maybe you should actually read this. BB reads too slow. Buy the game. Play it. Read it. Yeah, fuck, if you're ahead of me here, that's totally reasonable. It's good shit. Anyway, I'll be streaming tomorrow. As you guys should know from the schedule, I'll be streaming tomorrow. So yeah. Just kill your lock in the menus. The line is broken into multiple parts. Yeah. Get 10k clicks in 19 hours. That would be 1 click every 6 seconds. So, anyway. Thank you all again for coming to today's live stream. If it's the first time coming, I may suggest you subscribe and the notification bell so where I'm streaming. If you have anything comment, you comment down below. If you'd like anything about the video, leave a like. Otherwise, thank you so very, very much. I'm going to get exhausted. I've got more stuff in the morning. I'm going to get close. I'm going to get quiet. I'm going to say goodbye.